Now that see you later, OG. Oh, I'll drop the link over here. Okay, that's fine. Here you go, guys. Yeah, hi. If anybody's actually made it over here yet, I'm in two, two channels at the same time. I'm figuring it out. We getting there. We getting there. Nobody's watching yet, anyways. Oh, wait, you are. You are. Ugh, okay. Let me drop this over to Ashton. Oh wow. I don't echo, echo, echo. Hi, Mike. Here. I'll pop the link and oh I was I was in a rush to try to get this done in time for OG to raid me and it didn't happen. So that's okay. We just kind of were flying past each other. You know how it goes. All right, which one am I in here? All right, I'm gonna drop that one. Oh my lord! All right. I'm gonna wait for a few people to get here, and then I'll make all my announcements in the meantime. Oh shit! I got Tut sitting in the back because I'm an asshole. It's because I was
Did you not
looking at
hear
the
me
wrong.
talking?
I was looking at the other StreamYard at OG's.
Yeah. I dropped out of there and came over to yours, and I guess whenever I dropped out, you couldn't hear me anymore. I
Yeah,
didn't
I
think about
dropped
that.
out of there
Oh,
too,
so
and
retarded.
I dropped out of there, and then I'm looking around. I'm trying to open the screens that I need, and then I
I'm
looked
having
up
a
and I
lady
was like,
brain day.
I looked up and I was like, why am I in this alone? There's something wrong with this picture.
It's like, what am I
Fuck.
looking
Um, all right. I still need to copy and get up my
at?
Discord.
Mikey Mike.
Mike, you gonna come up and hang out?
He was hard for the monies. Do, do, do. So hard for it, honey. Don't mind my singing.
Where's Ag? There he is.
Howdy, Sparky.
And then I need Ashton.
Yeah, Mike. Flo and Katie just hit the hay maybe about 30 minutes ago. They finally bottomed out on us.
Oh, it was a long night. I don't want to talk about it.
Ugh.
Fucking hell.
I am happily snoring when y'all are up all night yelling at each other. I'm just.
Oh, hey, Logical Spark. Good to see you.
Sparky.
I wasn't exactly planning on going live, but it just kind of Ashton talked me into it. So therefore, if Ashton does not show up, Ashton is going to be in trouble.
I call him Grassy Ash.
Oh,
Susan.
what a day. I just found out. I didn't realize that so once a month cigarettes are $20 a carton at the Indian reservation
Yeah.
and everybody sends me their money so that because I live closer to it than everybody else does. And everyone sends me their money and then I end up having to go and pick up for everybody and yeah, yeah, yeah. They
You
need to
all
start
right?
compensating me better though. I'm gonna make my son drive me.
Hell yeah. Chauffeur.
I'm gonna make him drive. I'm gonna sleep in the passenger seat.
That's what you tell him.
Like,
Listen here, little shit. Know your role.
I don't think I might not be on, if at all, tonight. Um, I might actually crash out, get some good sleep.
You need it.
You know, that kind of sleep where you scare the children because you're not moving much or waking up. Yeah, I do need it. I could get some serious sleep. You are a drop off. I'm a drop off. I'm a drop off. What'd I do? What didn't I do? What in the fuck? Ashton said he's doing chores. Don't see him yet. Let me just send him the straight up. I don't know if I sent him the StreamYard or the actual.
You got it?
Yeah, I got Ashton.
Okay.
And, oh, shit. I'm guilt tripping OG into dropping into.
Well, he said he's gonna. He'd probably come back.
Shh. Let me feel good. Don't get to manipulate much. we all know it's not. We all know it's not really me manipulating shit. But like a drop. Oh,
Oh.
oh, oh. Something like that. Something like that.
Yeah,
The bad thing
Angelica
is,
Houston and Ballerina.
um, at this point, they have the people who have me get cigarettes for them. Just they they have their bank accounts set up so that they can just transfer it straight over to mine, and um, then I go up there and buy fucking like
They
20
don't give you
fucking
your
cartons.
Uber tip.
Yeah, I need to charge more.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, it has been the thought of at least a couple of them that, well, you're going there anyways, so I should have to give you gas money. Well, you're not coming to my house to pick them up, are ya? So yeah, fuck you. You can give me some gas money. Plus,
That's every bum's excuse. You're already doing such and such, or you're already this and that. Why not with me too?
it doesn't mean I gotta
Motherfucker,
go
'cause
out of
I
my
don't want to. How about that?
yeah. I don't gotta go out of my way to help you,
Exactly. Mhm.
Mike. What is you up to today, my dear?
He's out there wheeling and dealing.
On the mean streets in New York.
New York. How you doing? That's the extent of my Guido. That's all I got. That's all the Guido I got in me.
Ah, you Alabamians are no good at
I'm
doing
not
Guido.
an Alabamian. I am a Palmetto girl. I am from Charleston, South Carolina. Yeah. I'm not from Bammy.
It's
I
not
just
help.
happen to live here.
It's not helping you any.
Hmm. Yeah.
These
Yeah.
prim and proper Southern belles, Mike.
Yo, we are trained from birth, okay? Back my generation was still being trained by our elders to be bells. I'm not even fucking playing that one bit. Grandma
No, I
Wells
believe it.
was the woman that trained me, and whew, yeah,
I
busted
might,
lips with the big ass rings. Mm. Mm.
I might have a clip or two we can watch too. Um,
Oh, you need
maybe.
to if you remember what we talked about this morning about stuff not being allowed. You need to have you a banner just in case.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I'm just kind of waiting because who the fuck do I have to worry about at the moment? Oh, Swear to God, I have so many wood burnings I need to get through, and a couple of them are being just such a pain in the ass that I have to keep putting them down for a day or two, and then pick it up again, try again. Um,
Mhm.
I'm getting through it though. Um, and then I have some others that that's another reason why I probably will not stream for too long. Is I do have chores I need to get
Did you ever
going
get
on
the
in a
chickens
short.
taken care of?
Huh?
Did you ever get the chicken situation taken care of?
Uh, kinda. I'm having problems because you remember how I said we adopted the new one.
Yeah.
Lord God, my chickens don't like her either.
Oh, so she is just an all-around black sheep outcast. Nobody wants nothing to do with this crazy chick.
Yep.
One of them's.
I'm going to get out there at some point and kind of make a pen inside of the pen that, so that at least like I'm hoping maybe a little bit of time like out in their fenced in area might help chill them out and everybody will get along. We'll see. Um, really, Waffle just needs to get the fucking flock in order. He's got to get them in check, and then everything will be fine from
He needs
there.
to cock up.
Exactly. Let's go, fucking patriarchy.
All the puns intended on that one.
Um, yeah, those two, they actually got into it last night with me standing right there in the coop, too. I was kind of surprised. Um, God damn it, Ashton.
You did this because he kept saying, "You gonna go live, Beth?" And then,
I didn't see it.
but now where is he at? You sent him the link, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
I'll
Sent
send
him
it
the
to him
link,
too, just to be a pest.
and, you know, uh, yeah, I missed him pestering me because I'm kind of working with a hot, you know, doing artwork. I am being an artiste. No, I feel bad. I left everybody hanging last minute too there, but I didn't know I was going live.
I mean, yeah, OG was saying he's like, I goes, I would do a poor man's rain, but I didn't know.
It's like, hey, I didn't know either. Surprise! And then the person who wanted it is not here.
For real.
Yeah, he'll be around soon. I hit up Agrilopolis too, so I haven't gotten to catch up with him much today. I haven't
Yes.
gotten to catch up with him at all today. Such is life. Yeah, that
Oh, I did
light.
not do that. Okay.
You can't see my background or my back chat. I found it. So I was asking Dusty what he does in order to test out like different media that he uses to see about copyright, whether or not it's going to ding the copyright stuff.
Yeah.
He pretty much said that he tests it when he finds stuff that he likes. He looks at how many views it has, how how often it gets played and that kind of stuff. I guess with some metrics on Spotify or whatever, and then he
Oh.
will on top of that he sets it up. He tests it out on a different channel. That way, you know, if it's gonna get copyright uh, dinged, it
Do it on a
gets
burner channel rather than your main
exactly,
channel.
exactly. So,
Good job. Good job. Right on, Dusty.
oh, go to sleep, Leah.
Donkey shade.
You don't have to
darling,
stay
don't
up,
say.
but you are such a doll. I'm glad you made it over here.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
I
ma'am.
want to sleep. Sleep so
Well,
good.
go sleep. Give. What time is it? Okay.
It's
Give
what
Ashton till 12:30 to get his booty over, and if not, you nap lady.
I can't. I'm not one of those people that can take naps very well. Usually it's a minimum of 4 hours. Otherwise, I'm going to wake up with a freaking thumping ass headache. Um,
Oh,
and so my kid gets, oh, I think he's seen somebody actually, but Ag is like, that's my homie for sure. Uh, ride or die. That's the mod with the most. Um, But so yeah, like if I'm gonna lay down, if I'm gonna take a nap, that shit's gonna be like 4 hours, unless I actually slept decent the night before, and then it might be less. Um, but my kid's gonna be home, probably a little before 3, and then we have to go to the Indian reservation. So,
oh.
because then we got to go all the way back to Ithaca, or, you know.
Didn't you just go there?
Yeah, I did. I didn't know today was $20 day. I wasn't paying attention.
Oh,
Had I known, I would have gone to bed this morning and then just done everything I needed to do this afternoon.
yeah. Oh, that's a long drive twice in one day.
I might not go back down. I might just send my son with everything. Just be like, here, go see your uncle.
There you go. There you go. He probably wouldn't mind doing the drive by himself. They'll have you over there fussing at him,
Yeah,
messing with his radio.
fucking kid. He has my car more than I do.
What,
Not
Mike? Oh my
exaggeration.
God. Look what Mike said.
All right, damn it, Mike, get up here.
Chim on it, Mike. You got to give us the 411.
Come on, come on. I'm waiting.
Hold on for just a second. You get me a snack.
What is
My blood
this?
sugar low and some more drink.
Sure. Ugh, Mike. Well, clearly you know more than we do. I got the link pinned, right? Pretty sure I do. Yeah, it's pinned. Are you gonna disappoint everybody, Mike? 23. I'll call you out by name. In the meantime, let me see if I can see if I got any good clips.
Got me an oats and honey bar.
Cool.
These are yummy. And no, Birdie, not for you. Shoo.
Don't be playing stuff. Let me see.
Yes, Mike, you. Get your booty up.
Yeah, yeah, Ag.
Yeah, Aggie.
You coming?
Come on up, too.
Money, my kid. Yeah, you guys can both come up and hang out. Um, wow, I just realized that there is a very, very big problem that I need to fix right now. Uh, Mike, my dear friend. There we go. A
I love
gift
that
for
picture
you.
your son took, Beth. I love that picture. It's so peaceful.
Isn't it nice?
Tell him excellent job.
My son has an awesome eye for photography. I'm really, really proud of him. I definitely hope that it's something that he chooses to pursue, even if just as a side job.
Hmm.
It would be so good for him.
Good way to get some extra cash.
Do, do, do you like your gift, Mike? See, that's all you got to do. You want Mike to come up on your panel and he's being difficult, make him a mod and then he'll come up real quick.
Did you look at all blue and fancy like that, Mike?
Yeah, we got amazing lobster claws. Oh, nah, you deserve it. You're a good guy. You
Mhm,
look out for people. So I
mhm.
trust you with it for sure.
I
Plus,
modded him up quick like on mine. Mhm.
it's really too bad that Steelman isn't coming around anymore because it would be really funny if he showed up one day and everybody was blue except for him.
Mm.
Just a troll. Just a troll. I would do it.
Mhm. Yes, ma'am.
I can hear him now. Look at all these tyrants. Oh, shit.
Oh, I won't laugh. I'm afraid I'm going to choke.
Mm, eh. Your husband hasn't trained you to avoid that yet?
I have a problem inhaling.
Oh man, once upon a time, uh, one of my friends had passed, and we all went to the bar to take a shot when we heard, and I we cheersed, and I took a shot of Jameson, and right as I went to swallow, like you know how I was emotional, of course. I mean, my friend just passed away, and
Mhm,
I sobbed slightly, and I fucking inhaled, literally inhaled,
mhm,
a shot of Jameson. I thought I was going to die.
mhm.
The- I, I was like,
I did that shit with Jaeger.
"What's
That
up,
was fun.
neighbor?"
Nothing. Just woke up a little while ago. I was like, holy shit, it's 10 o'clock. I gotta get up. What the fuck am I
Hey,
doing?
There's light outside. What the fuck?
I stayed up till kind of late. I was on Confluence's channel and we were playing chess with Anson.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah. And it was like, it kind of got, I think he needs to delete the video because he was talking about some pretty fucked up shit. So
Who was
Howdy, Robert.
Confluence or Anson?
we all were. But it was Confluence's freaking, he's the one that started it. So, and it's his channel. So.
He'll get the hits.
Yeah, I don't see it on there. I looked a few minutes ago and I was thinking about messaging him, but yeah, you can't really clip it out because it's like half the freaking video. He'll get there though.
He's like, it's not clipping, that's cutting.
Yeah, that's like,
Yeah,
yeah. So how y'all doing?
I'm exhausted, but here for now.
Yeah.
In a bit, I have to get some chores done, and then my kid has to take me to the Indian reservation, and then when I get back, I can lay down and go to sleep. And
What you going for? Food or something?
no, so once a month they do a day where cartons of cigarettes are only $20, and at the
That's fair.
beginning of the month, a bunch of people send me money, and I because I live closer to it than everyone else, I go and pick up and then get it all to them. And um, yeah, I didn't realize it was today that I needed to go. So I am ill prepared. Like my car is not here. If my car was here, shit, I would have just gone earlier. I would have just done OG stream from my phone. But it will.
How far away is it?
It's not bad. It's like 20, 25 minutes one way.
That's
Oh,
not
that's
too
a
bad.
short drive.
Yeah.
But then it's like I got to come all the way back through and then go 20 minutes in the up. Well, my brother-in-law actually lives almost 40 minutes in the opposite direction.
Oops.
And he wants his cigarettes like today. And I am like, well, if you gave me gas money, I might be more incentivized to bring them to you today. Otherwise, you might just have to wait until you get them. It's that simple.
I'm trying to quit smoking.
I'm not. Not right now. I
Yeah.
really.
Smoke
I've been,
cigarettes.
uh,
I don't smoke cigarettes. I smoke Black and Miles and my tweeds.
uh,
Mhm.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm just trading one thing for another with these pouches, man. It's like
Oh,
I'm
those
coughing.
things.
Yeah, I'm coughing because I quit smoking, but the pouches are making my stomach hurt. So I also
Well,
didn't
my husband,
realize.
he dips, but he's done that his whole life.
Yeah,
You know,
so I
he,
didn't realize you're not supposed to swallow these fucking things.
no, you're supposed to spit it out. You're supposed to have your little plastic
I
bottle
know.
that you spit in.
I know. I found that out yesterday, so that's why
No
it was
wonder
making my
why you've
stomach
been
hurt so
having
bad.
tummy troubles.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's pretty awful.
I knew that about dip. I just didn't know it about. But my brother dipped a long time ago, and he would just like he wouldn't spit every time because sometimes he'd be inside or doing stuff, and he would swallow that shit. I'm like, oh, how do you do it? I did it one time, and I made me puke.
That
But
junk is
yeah,
nasty.
I puked the night
Yeah,
before
that is
last, and then I puked last night. So yeah,
not good for you at all, dude.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
Well, at least I know now, right?
Right.
The fine print. I mean, the print on it. I mean, look how big the print is on that. Come
We
on,
need a magnifying glass.
jeez. Beth, you're falling out.
Not yet.
You're gonna have somebody drive you there, right?
Yeah, I'm not driving. You out of your
Perfect.
mind? My kid's driving. Although I don't know. I might actually try lay down for like an hour before I go. Just be like, dude, just tell me the house is on fire and I'll get up.
Hmm.
I might be more mad if my kids did that to me.
I would, but the thing is, I recognize that sometimes I'm very very difficult to wake up. Um,
Yeah, she'll just sit there and talk to you while she's sleeping.
I had a full on conversation with my kid. I fell asleep freaking uh breaking down stuff in my bedroom. I was sitting on I had a stool up at the foot of my bed and was sitting leaning up against the foot of my bed and freaking I conked out sitting there and like I don't know if he came. I don't know how. All I know is all of a sudden he was like laughing, going, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about right now. And I'm like, and then I like continued what I was saying and I stopped myself and was like, why am I talking to you about this? Wait a second. And
Like, what the fuck am I talking about?
he's like, you've been sitting here talking for like 2 solid minutes, Mom. I'm like, no way.
But in my dream, I was talking to somebody else.
Oh my God. I was telling him about a problem with my channel and stuff that I needed to do that I couldn't figure out how to do. And for some odd reason, he was the only one who could fix the problem. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm a retard, honey. I'm sorry. Just
But
ignore me. I'm gonna go to bed now. And next morning, he goes off to school and freaking sends me a like a whole bunch of these pictures and was like, "Here, this will help solve part of your problem." So now I have backgrounds.
That's cool. Hey,
Yeah, her son took that picture. Isn't it
yeah,
awesome?
that's what I was like. This is different. This is
Yeah.
on. This is near where you live.
Yep.
That's
It's
gorgeous, man.
one of the lakes that we're on. We we live in between two. So my badass child went on. In fact, it wasn't on the way to school. It was after school when he went out with his friends. That's when he did it. Um, let's see here now. Took this one. He took this one. Here, I'm gonna pop you down for two
I was gonna
seconds.
say I can't move myself out of the way.
Oh, oh. How do I?
Just go to the far right and click the big window.
Yeah, that did not do what I wanted it to do. Hold up. No, no, I'm having dumbass. Yeet. And yeet. And
It's got
that
music.
one. He took. This is another one I really love that he took. Pop down. Down. Hey.
The house there.
He took a whole
Right
bunch
in
of
the water.
pictures. Took a whole bunch of really nice pictures. There's a few more he took too that are in the wrong format, so it won't let me upload them as backgrounds. I have to convert them to a different format.
Yeah, it looks like it's kind of stretched, but you can still make out what is here.
Yeah, he's taken. The other ones are really cool. He took some awesome ones of like some wooded areas and stuff. I'm really proud of him. He's a
Yeah,
good
it's super
boy.
good.
I think I'll keep him.
Will he keep you? No.
Well, we'll see how long I get to stay in my own house for. Okay. As long as I behave and I make food, I might buy myself, a couple extra months after he turns 18 before I come home and the locks are changed. Alaska be
Well,
sitting on the front steps like, you ain't
who are
gonna
you?
believe this shit.
Your child, let me tell you what this little pecker did.
You gave me treats and everything.
He lured me out of my cozy ass bedroom. Now, what the fuck, Mom?
You just come on down south. Come on down south.
Yeah, I got a ways to go for that. So
Your body will be in a lot less pain.
It depends on the humidity. And the thing is, it gets so extreme heat is just as bad as extreme cold, if not
Not on me.
worse. Honestly, I'd rather deal with the cold than the extreme heat.
Oh, not me. Oh, no, 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 no. It's a whole lot easier to cool off than it is to heat back up.
I've always looked at it like you can always put on more clothes, but you can't always take off more clothes. So if it's like 105 degrees, I
Bitch,
mean,
I'm in a bikini if it's
you could get down to
105
your skip,
degrees. I don't
you
give
could
a shit.
get down to your skippies, but I mean, it's still going to be 105 degrees. But if it's like
Exactly.
freezing negative 30, you can always just freaking get all thick with clothes
No,
and
thank you. I lived in South Dakota for 9 months. No, thank you. Nope. I cannot do cold. I lived in North Carolina in the mountains near Boone, and those
yeah.
mountains right there. Yeah. No, thank you. No, thank you, sir. My
Mm.
body is still trying to recover from that shit. Between the cold and the altitude. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
grew up like half my life in Georgia, and then the other half I've spent in Florida, and now I got a Colorado house too. So That's where we're at right now, and it's probably going to snow any day. It
Yeah, I
usually
spent
snows
the
by the
majority
end
of
of
my life
October.
in Georgia.
Yeah.
And I'm fixing to move to Florida. So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I often wonder if the algorithm on YouTube pairs people together like this. I mean, that would be the oddball in
That
this
is
situation.
curious,
But I
isn't
mean,
it?
I'm like, for instance, Steelman. He used to live in Colorado, and now he lives in Florida.
I know that.
Like
And then
literally,
Donna, she's lived all around too.
yep. And you live in Alabama, I think,
Yeah, I
and
live in
then
He
OG
Alabama.
doesn't
lives
live
in
in
Alabama.
Florida.
Me,
Steel
so
man.
yeah, that's where he got arrested. Maybe he doesn't. I think he said he lived in Florida.
He might have lived in Florida before, but he's actually the my understanding is he's in Western Connecticut
Oh, okay,
or Massachusetts, one of the two. He's on the border with New York, like
okay.
just slightly over the border.
So Colorado to Florida to New York, which is where you are. So
Not
the
quite New
algorithm,
York, but
the
New England.
algorithm are
Up north.
up northeast. Yeah, I don't know. That's something that I often think about sometimes. I'm like, how the hell am I paired with people like uh, Jim Bob one time just popped up on my thing. So I was like, I don't really watch him, but he lives in Colorado. Never saw him until I got here on my vacation to come here. And all of a sudden, poof, he popped up on my shit. So I'm like, then a couple of
Damn.
days ago, I heard him talking and he said he was in Colorado.
Yeah, it's like I get matched up with some people from over in England because I used to live there too. So it's probably heard me talking about England. And so, like with Vanta and another fellow named Andrew, they're they both live over there. And so we connected like so quickly to be able to
It's,
talk about things.
it's just
And it's
kind of weird
crazy.
to me, but it might not be, there might not be anything to it, but stuff like that makes me wonder.
I mean,
Beth, you
yeah,
want to go take a nap?
you
Uh,
need one.
She's fallen asleep. That's how I
uh,
was last night. I was like, no more.
Oh,
yeah.
that doesn't work.
Uh, it's a shame Ashton didn't get the message.
Ashton went to Rob's and said, I want to call in. Because I bounced over him, like, who else is live? And I was like, freaking Rob. So I went on there and
Oh,
I
so
saw
he's
him in
Oh,
the chat.
right
He was like,
now?
Rob, well, no, this was before I got on. So I don't know if I don't know what he was going to say, though, or what he was going to do. But
Oh, he will go buck wild.
let me see real quick if let's
I
see.
don't even know Rob's channel.
oh.
I don't follow that blob.
Yeah, I do because I don't know. I'm a mod in a bunch of
Um,
places and pay attention to a lot of what everybody says.
Yeah.
well,
If he did call in, he's not there now. I don't see him.
Okay.
I thought that was interesting though. And then I went to your channel, like, oh, there you guys are. And then I got on.
I sent you everything in the Discord.
I must have gotten off Discord right when you sent that. Yep, there it goes. I don't know. I got my notifications on and it doesn't notify me of anything on Discord. It pisses me off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
notifications are very fickle.
Yeah. It's like I got to turn them on for the app and the phone or something.
It's like the things you don't want to be notified, you're like bling 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 bling,
Oh
and then the
yeah,
things that you're hoping to come through is
yeah.
yeah.
Well, that was one thing that popped up this morning too. I was like, oh fuck, because there's some kind of tropical storm Melissa in the Caribbean right now, and I'm in Colorado. I'm
Oh,
like,
really?
shit. Last year hurricanes just tore my house up. Well, it didn't. I didn't have major damage, but
Yeah, we down here in the Gulf, we feel kind of naked if we don't get at least one or two a year. I mean, it's like shit, man. The hell, Mama Nature.
Oh, move my
You
ass.
get
yeah,
used
this
to it. You get hurricane parties and shit. It's
hell
fun.
yeah. Uh-huh.
We have those in New England too.
We
You
got
may
nor'easter
say.
parties.
Oh, I miss the good New England hurricanes. Those were a lot of fun. I
Trying to
know it
remember the
sounds so
last.
fun. It sounds so like what the fuck is fun about that? But in all actuality, I mean like the communities did more together and like the kids were, little psychos together and everybody bunkered down together, and it was good times. Especially when you lived in like, when I was a little kid, I lived in a large apartment complex, and so the big hurricanes, like, absolutely, uh, all of the families in the building would, get together and look out for one another and
Hunker down together.
do what we could to keep things manageable for everybody. Um, even if it was like each family like prepped a meal ahead of time and they figured out some easy way to cook because sometimes you could be without power for a couple of days. Um,
Hmm.
depending on where you were and how bad the storm hit.
Yeah, I got fed up after a while, and I just got this like
Hi,
generator, and
Arctic Timberwolf.
it runs on a gas and propane, which is really handy. Um, but since I got it, I haven't had to use it because every time
Yeah,
it's hurricane season, we're in Colorado here.
not to jinx myself, I got my wood stove, but I haven't had to use it. Not
Yeah.
not like that, because like there's no power or cooking ability. Um, there was one point in time when we lived up on like the Canadian border, and oh my god, there was an ice storm that came through, and where we lived was really, it was like we lived in the Thousand Islands region, and so it's very touristy, and like for it, when it's not summer season, so for like about, you know, half of the year, the whole town is like shut down. There's only one restaurant that's open in the whole town, like that kind of shut down.
Some fucking
Um,
Mayberry shit. See, I used to live not far from the real Mayberry. So,
one restaurant, one grocery store, one laundromat. Yeah. But we had an ice storm come through, and it took out the power to the whole fucking town and like parts of the neighboring towns for 2 weeks.
No,
yeah.
geez, that's a
Uh,
long time.
it came back on for 2 days in the midst somewhere, and like this was over Christmas, and that's when I was like, I'm done. I'm done. I want to. We're moving back south. I'm done. Fuck this
Back
shit,
south.
Yeah, even with a couple of days in
Back
between,
south.
2 weeks is a
dude.
long time.
3 hour drive south, totally different world. Telling you, you have no idea until you've gone 2 weeks with no power. That shit hurts, yo. It hurts bad.
Hmm.
It's worse now because you can't even, your phone won't last but a day, if that. Then you can't even, you know, call for help or anything if you need it, unless you have a generator
Yeah.
and enough fuel for 2 weeks.
And Timberwolf, it's one thing if you are prepared for it, right? But we're talking about an area that gets very, very cold, and nobody was prepared for it. Even our furnace didn't work because the ignition for the flame and for the blower fans and everything, that was all run on electric.
Yeah.
So we literally had to like put up blankets over all the windows and seal off the living room with blankets and just light as many candles as we could. And the kids and I had to sleep together in the living room with every blanket that we had. It was rough.
Hmm.
Well, judging from your name, I'd say probably somewhere in Canada or Alaska or something. Um, but again, like you have to be prepared for it. We didn't
Hmm.
have a wood stove. We didn't have anything like that.
I mean, that
Uh,
was like what happened down here on the Gulf a few years ago. Was it 2017? Had the bad freeze down here in the Gulf. Texas, it got freaking froze over, and they're still recovering from that there,
yeah,
from how much it done to the damage it did to the infrastructure.
Yeah, some of that stuff's not meant to freeze. They didn't build it that way.
Exactly.
well, maybe we'll see a difference with them not seeding clouds.
Notice how the
Oh,
weather's been so
Wisconsin,
nice
yeah,
this year. It's been
Wisconsin and
normal.
Minnesota are hell on earth.
I don't know. I live in Florida. I'm around a bunch of airports, and I see planes all the time doing that. So I mean, never really tried to correlate it with the rain schedule, but I have
Now,
heard about that.
I got some theories that I got cooked in my brain, but I don't know if everybody's ready for all that. It has to
I'm
do with
too
this whole
tired
Elon
for
Musk, where he's
conspiracy.
from, and where our hurricanes seem to stem from.
Too
But
tired for that shit today. Absolutely not. No way. No offense. I'm probably gonna shut down in a few minutes here and take a little bit of a nap before my kid gets home. Just
It's
a
that's
little.
what
understandable.
you need, Mama.
I'll get about an hour in, and then I can at least conk out in the car. He can just wake me up when we get there.
Those sort
Maybe
of
that's a
naps hurt
prison.
me.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. I got tongue tied. Go ahead.
Uh,
What were you saying,
like 20
Ag?
minute naps. Those I feel worse. Am I breaking
Yeah,
up?
Power nap.
Everybody
that's why I'm thinking I'm gonna get off here and just as soon as I'm done with my cigarette, I'm gonna hop off and go to bed. At least
making
for
me want
just
to
a little
cigarette.
while.
You gonna go live, Aggie, or you gonna
I don't. No, I don't.
channel
I
hopping?
like. I probably channel hopping. I guess I got to do some school with my kid, my 6 year
Oh,
old,
okay.
but
Good.
it's
Hmm.
online type stuff, so I can do it whenever.
We
But
gotta
no,
catch
I don't know how to
it.
use OBS and
Oh,
all
do you
that.
own homeschool too?
Yeah, I homeschool my 3 kids. Yeah,
What program do you use?
it's called Connections Academy.
Oh, no. Really do a deep dive into them.
Well, they've
They've
been
got
in it
a
for about
lot of
5 years,
issues.
or they've been in it since 2021, so
Oh,
4 years or
really?
so. Yep.
I tried them and they jerked me
I'll tell
around
you this.
and
It depends on what county and what curriculum you're going off of. So we're technically registered in a county in Florida, but it's one of the top places with their curriculum and how it is.
okay.
So
I ended up using Monarch.
on
Yeah.
I've heard of
I
that.
mean, it
Yeah.
was $40 a month, but you can totally design it your own way. You can even have Bible studies if you choose or
Mhm.
not, but
Yeah,
you
I heard that.
control everything. And they have really good older type, I guess you could say, like the Gen X style learning that we did back in the day. They
Yeah, I mean
have
some
true
some of it's questionable,
history.
like the math that I showed Beth, like that's kind of like, did you see that picture I sent you, Beth? That was like crazy. With it was on my kid's unit test, and it's like, 14 minus 6 equals, you know, um, uh, so you go to 10. So it's like 14 minus 4 equals 10, and then 10 minus 4 equals 6. It's like, what the fuck? Why did you add a whole nother 2 steps to this process?
I
But
know. Whenever I retrained my son in the 4th grade to go to math how I was taught, and when I taught him that way, he goes, "Oh, why don't they just teach that?"
Already
I
mhm.
said,
remember what I'm going to. I'm going to bed in just a few minutes.
Well,
I
I like
was
the
going to go to bed this morning, but I was like, fuck it. I had a couple errands I needed to run. And so I went, ran my errands, let my kid take my car, and was like, oh, I'm going to go home and go to bed. And then I got here and I went in to just screw around with OG for a few minutes just to pick on him. And I got the text message that, oh, hey, you got to go to the Indian reservation today. And I'm like, no. Because, yeah, that was my plan, was to sleep like starting about an hour ago straight through till, it's time to get up and make some kind of food for dinner. Yay!
well,
That's,
the good
that's
part about the good part, I did like that math thing though. I just wanted to say that the lines thing kind of reminded me, I
yeah,
forgot
that's
about
cool,
that.
right?
And when I talked to my daughter about it after you guys had pulled it up, and I was like, oh yeah, I
Oh,
remember that.
shit.
And
Mike, I'm sorry. Oh my God, guys, I am so
"Oh."
sorry.
leaving people hanging.
I did. I left everybody hanging, and I'm.
Am I in the show? Oh, hey.
So bad. I'm like,
Hey, what's
Yeah,
up?
she's
Guys,
healthy, Beth.
What's up, guys? How's everybody?
Mike.
Niagara Falls. I just want to say this is the first time I actually get to be on a panel with you, and it's fucking phenomenal. I love
Yeah.
the hat, brother.
Oh,
Isn't it
thanks.
great?
It's a G hat, man. That's fucking chill as fuck.
Thank you.
And by the way, Beth,
It's great to be
you
here.
lied to me.
What?
You lied to me.
About what?
Oh, geez, I said, is anybody else going live? You're like, no, I'm doing chores and stuff. And I
Yeah,
you're like,
and then I put in the chat. I tried to get in there. I put in the chat. Yes, I am actually. And then I sent everything to your Discord.
Did
well, I
you
don't. I can't use my Discord when my wife. I can't even fucking talk. I cannot use my Discord when my wife is not present because there was some things that have happened on Discord.
Gotcha.
Respect.
So
Respect.
now I only use it when she is around me, so that way there's no bullshit. Now she knows damn well
You
that
know
I'm
what
not going anywhere.
You know what you could do, Ashton, is you
What?
could turn on notifications for my channel.
I have notifications on from your channel. Thank you very much, madam.
Really? Then
I
why
didn't get a
didn't you-
notification, Beth.
Why
I just
didn't you
went
ping
there.
me
Yeah,
5 minutes ago?
I didn't get any notifications. I have you on like all notifications, like all on active. I have yours, OGs, everybody.
Hi, Mike.
Mine does the same thing.
Mike, what's the real quick? You're gonna have to give me the tea. Y'all got like 5 minutes, and then I gotta go to bed.
That's what you said 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, but I've been on. I know.
I know. We appreciate it though.
Yeah.
No sleep till
Mike,
Brooklyn.
Oh, Mike.
Mike, what the fuck?
I couldn't hear him really good.
No.
oh, you're so
Is
fired.
he the one that came in and was like,
There he is. He's
about
back.
shit going on? There he
He's
is.
back.
Oh, sorry about that.
You're okay. I still
Use
like.
my phone.
You're fine.
Teabagging. What's up?
Hey,
What happened?
Again, what the fuck?
what's going on? I've been missing a lot.
Oh yeah.
I've been MIA. I mean, I have a trip coming up soon, so I won't be around as often. But I hope to catch up with everyone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I will probably, well, maybe. We'll see how I'm feeling tonight as to whether or not I get back on. We'll see.
Well, get your
Also,
beauty rest. That's for sure.
I'm gonna. I gotta go to the Indian res, and then I'm gonna come home and frickin'. I'm not driving. My kid's driving me. So like, I'm gonna get off, take about an hour nap, then sleep in the car to the Indian res, and then go back to bed when we get home, and he can go to his uncle's house.
Okay, cool.
But what was the tea?
Oh,
The
the fight that is going on, the war that the
more war is still at it.
yeah.
Right now, they're still going.
Yeah, I mean, there's been some talks that there was going to be an invasion, but I haven't. I mean, as far as I know, it hasn't happened. I'm not sure. Like,
An
'cause,
invasion of what?
like,
I'm
Where?
so
supposedly
confused.
the Crucible was gonna come up to the Dusty, Power Dusty, and there's been some talks, but no action so
Well,
far. But
I guess you're gonna need to get some rest for tonight, then, Beth.
This
Apparently, it's
is
gonna be shots fired.
this
yeah,
is why I said, and I stand with OG on this. If I'm an independent creator, no one I have loyalty to no one other than the people that I respect and that I maintain a friendship with. So, for example, Beth and Tootie and Mike, Agripolis, you fall into this as well. You know, this is the first time you've been on a panel with me. I respect all of y'all, and I know y'all respect me as well. So if shit goes down, I've got y'all's back no matter what. But if you're in the wrong, I'm gonna tell you about it.
Yeah.
And that's just how life is.
And
And
I
I
hate
feel like this whole high school drama, he said this, she said that bullshit. Are we not all adults? Like, I get it. We all have the mentality of 5-year-olds at a certain point. But
Yeah.
like, I've seen worse things happen to good people that have not gotten blown out of proportion. Like, where was all this hoopla when Charlie Kirk got whacked?
For real.
Like, like if the Crucible and the Panelverse would come together and realize that we're not mortal fucking enemies with each other, and it's just stupid bullshit, like George Carlin quotes,
Well, that's the
everybody's
problem. Is
entitled
to
to their
them,
own stupid bullshit.
that's, that's the problem. Is to them, we are mortal enemies. Okay, they're very
That's
um,
dumb.
strong on their ideology, and and that goes
What?
between their political ideology and their religious ideology, and um,
Yeah,
there's no, you know, it,
like I can understand and respect Andrew on certain levels of everything that he does and on everything that has happened in the past couple of days. And I can also respect and appreciate where Sarah has done and said things on her personal capacity. But at the same time, at the end of the day, we all are just fish in the big pond called life. Let's just keep swimming together before all the sharks eat us.
yeah,
Like that's my 2 cents. And like I said, I'm not trying to pull anybody or say, oh, I have receipts from here of you saying this or anything like that. Like I am a fucking nobody on the internet. Like I know people and I know people have my name now because of doing panels and shit. But when it boils down to the brass tacks of things, I am a fucking nobody. Like, but
You are a
no,
somebody, Griff.
There's
Yes,
somebody. What
you
are you
are a
saying?
somebody.
I'm a somebody to the people who respect me, but in the broad sense of things, with my 55 fucking subscribers on my channel that now has no videos because I got fucking cyber fucked by YouTube, it's one of those things to where like I don't know, man. I agree. I guess it's all a money making thing, and you make your money however you can make your money, whether it be drama content or whether it be ideological warfare. Y'all do you, but I don't think it's fair that people of like-mindedness that usually hang out together in chat rooms and usually have a broad sense of camaraderie together with each other are now at war with each other when we all are fighting for the same fucking end goal. To me, that makes no sense at all logically.
Honestly, I don't know. You're absolutely correct, and I agree with you. But in this case, I think there's a positive in this. I personally believe that this plays out with Flow, and meaning it is more of Flow winning here. And I think it's more of the
yeah,
attention of Flow that it's getting. It's gonna really put him out there. So to me,
absolutely.
I see a positive in this shit, and I'm actually excited
Oh,
about it, just because I want Flow basically to prosper. That's just how I see it.
Something I kind of
I
noticed is I think where everybody's getting all blown out of proportion about the numbers. Like, oh, she went from 20, 19K to I think 16K is the new like 5K. Like, because if you look at everybody's channels that is involved in this, everybody's blown up. I
yeah.
mean, everybody
Well,
has like, yeah.
I apologize. That was my fault. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Agripolis. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're
You're
good. I was just gonna
fine.
say, even people like Cool V1C, he's got like 16, 17,000 now. It's like people are
Yeah.
just
Well,
so
this is my thing. This is my thing about it, and like I said, like I'm in the broad sense of things. I am just a nobody from Pennsylvania who just hops on and bullshits with y'all. I'm not a fucking political narrator. I'm not a drama streamer. I'm fucking nothing. I'm just a fucking middle-aged white dude who goes to work, puts his pants on in the morning, takes care of his kids, and comes home and watches the internet to have some fun and make a crack a few jokes and enjoy
Go
some
to
life
work before
with
you
other
put on
people.
pants.
I put my pants on while I'm at work, Tootie Bug.
he has to
I
get there
walk in,
first.
I walk in naked, and my boss is like, "Your pants," and I'm like, "Oh shit, no."
Oh,
Let me run back to your car. Thought it was a little chilly
Got
around here.
in.
I didn't even
but
notice.
in the broad sense of things, and Mike, I do agree with you. You know, I wish nothing but prosperity for everybody, whether it be Flo, whether it be Rob, whether it be Andrew. Andrew already has success beyond his reasonable doubt.
oh
But
yeah.
like the whole what hurts my feelings, and this is the only part of my fifis that I'm gonna allow to be on the internet. What hurts my feelings is when we now have people that 6 months ago, when I first started watching y'all and first started getting involved within the panelverse and within the debating sphere and all this other shit, I had people that I could go into any chat room and 4 or 5 people would be in that different chat room that I would go to that I knew were friends or allies of any movement that I would like offer to anybody. For example, now Agripolis, I know this is not you, but I want to say it because I know you're a neutral party like myself. If I go into Flo's chat and I see Agripolis, I know that I have somebody in that chat room that I can talk to and that I can be friends with and that I can not have to worry about bringing up bullshit.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Now, since this has all happened, and like I said, this is not towards you because you don't do this shit. Now it is, you have to pick a side. You have to show us where your loyalties lie.
Yes.
I am not,
Oh, they deny that one to the hilt.
yeah.
But
And I'm not here to pick a fucking side. I'm here to live, laugh, love, and enjoy my company with other people that are like minded with me. Whether it be on the Crucible, whether it be on Flows, whether it be on Sarah's, whether it be anywhere in the fucking mix.
yep.
And that's what hurts the most is now I see so much infighting and I'm scared to even go to different channels and go on different panels because it's like I don't want the people that I've talked to and I've shared camaraderie with and I've shared brotherhood and sisterhood with to now think, oh, he's a dirty traitor or he's a dirty this or he's a dirty that. That's fine. Do if that's what makes you you and you have to be that way, then be that way. My hat's off to you. Do whatever you got to do. But please, dear God, don't tell me to pick a side because that's the worst option that anybody could do to anybody in this situation
Yeah.
because it causes more division than it brings more cohesion. You
Your
know
enemies do not have to be my enemies. And
exactly.
God forbid that one day somebody who doesn't even like have conversations with me gets to tell me where I can or cannot hang out. I
Yeah,
s-
like that's what
I'm
pisses me off.
41 fucking years old. If I needed supervision like that, believe me, I
You
certainly
ain't
would
my
be on the
husband. You ain't my
internet.
daddy.
The
Yeah.
only person that gets to tell me where I can and cannot go is my wife.
Exactly.
My mom can't even tell me what to do anymore because me and her haven't talked in almost a year. But my wife, if my wife would say, "Hey, I don't like you going on best when I'm not around," that would be it. I wouldn't come on the panel without her being here. But my
Yeah.
wife has seen every transaction that has ever come out of any fucking panel or any conversation that I've ever had with anybody. She
Good.
has the logins to everything on my fucking computer and on my phone. I have nothing to hide because I'm 33 fucking years old and I have 2 kids. If I'm looking for some pussy, I ain't
Amazing.
doing it on the internet. Like I'm not like that's what got me in trouble with Discord was because I'm not gonna mention fucking names because
You
I'm
don't
not starting
even
that
need.
shit show.
You don't.
But it irritates me because it's I have these fucking people messaging me and then my wife now looks at me like, hey, I know it's not your fault and it's you have no control of these people's actions.
But
But
still,
now it's like I can't have use of a tool that I need for my streaming and shit without her being there because of a trust issue that other people fucking caused.
yeah, yeah.
No,
It's like
it's like
I'm not allowed, but per my husband, I cannot be around Imperious
no, and I respect your husband for that. I would make the
because
same fucking rule
something
for my
that
wife because he's a
motherfucker
fuck.
said directly to
Oh,
me, some rude shit, and
Yeah,
and
I heard it. I was there that day.
he's a
that's
fucking
a
worry.
totally like different. Imperius, he's a piece
I
of
know where
shit.
he lives, so
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean he's been banned from
I'm
every.
not doxing him. I'm not doxing him. I'm just
Yeah,
saying
no,
I
no,
know.
don't do that. Yeah, and
I
that's
don't
what I
Yeah,
mean, Tootie Bug. Like,
unless
Imperius
they're
gets
pedo
served, right?
something, but
Piece of
I,
shit.
I might make an off the wall comment towards a woman. Like, granted, I've never done it per se on the panel or on anywhere in chat rooms or anything like that, just because I'm respectful. Like, I might say, "Oh, you look good today, hon. I like your hair," something like that. But like, when you cross a line from one man to another, when you cross a line to a married woman, there is no fucking redemption from that. That's fight on sight whenever you see that person.
Of
And
course.
like, that's fucked up to stay.
Arctic, I know, I know.
But like, I don't, I
Wasn't
don't.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of men that are a piece of shit.
I'm,
Yeah.
I'm glad my,
not
I'm
just
glad.
anymore. You know, I mean, women are most certainly just as bad, and it's
Oh hell yeah!
you
Oh
know,
yeah, definitely. But
I was
But
raised
there's
by
there
a
always
single
comes
mother.
a difference with that. The man will always usually have the upper hand because he is the stronger physically of the two.
takes
Truth.
a real strong feminist to fight in a man's place, though.
Yeah. Like I was raised by a single mother till I was like 7 years old, and then my stepdad came into this situation. I would like if I would ever get caught talking to a female the way any man does on these fucking platforms by my dad, my stepdad, my ass would be waking up next to the goddamn wall. Like you said, what to a female? Boy, I will knock the fuck out of you.
And that is not simping.
No,
Okay.
that's not simple. That's just I
No.
was raised with fucking morals, and I was raised to be yes sir, no ma'am. Like that's just how that is.
Respect.
Like my stepdad came in one day. I was telling my mom a story about some dude going off at work at 16 years old when I was at work. My stepdad came in, saw me yelling at my mom, and said, "Fuck you, bitch," to my mom. Meanwhile,
Yeah,
he didn't know that this was a conversation my mom and I were having, and I was just reenacting what happened to the customer. He didn't know
yeah.
that. I
Oh,
woke up next to the fucking wall
I was
because
gonna
my
say
dad
your
saw my
soul left
fucking
your body,
hands.
didn't it?
Exactly. I woke up next to the wall like, what the fuck did I do? And I hear my mom screaming at him, like, what the fuck did you do? Like, why did you do that? He's like, he was yelling at you and he called you a fucking bitch. And like, my mom literally laced into him. She's like, he was talking about what happened at work today. He picked me up. And he's like, all right, let's go to the shooting range. I'm so sorry that I did that. I was like, I didn't even fucking deserve it. Like, what the fuck?
Take me to the shooter range, mother. I can't see out of my right eye now.
My shit's all cloudy. My ears are ringing. What happened?
Well,
But that's
you're already partially deaf for a temporary time, so you don't need any hearing protection today, kiddo.
yeah, exactly. I didn't need my earmuffs that day. It was just like, huh? What'd you say? But that's what I mean. Like, this is the kind of stuff that I'm talking about. This is the camaraderie and shit that I see in panels that I wish everybody could see in panels, and not just the
Exactly.
oh, who are we trolling today? Who are we going after today? Like that to me. Yeah, okay, it's funny. It makes good money for people. But at the end of the day, you all wipe your ass the same way I wipe mine. And you all pee the same way I pee. Some sit down and some stand up. We
I
are
was
not much
gonna
different.
say, excuse me.
listening to me a lot. Maybe you. I say the same shit. You're using
Mike,
my word.
this is just who I am, Mike. I'm 97% of the time. I'm the chill. All right, people, let's be people, not kill everybody. Now, granted, I have my moments where I snap and I spurg the fuck out on people, but it takes usually a good bit for me to get pushed to that point of I'm gonna snap on you now, and you fucking deserve it.
Yeah.
If you put like the other day, I was on a panel and I fucking flew off the fucking deep end on somebody, and I even told the motherfucker to go use the maid system in Canada. Like he pushed
Yeah,
me to
that's
that
pretty
point.
harsh. That's pretty harsh.
Like, like I've never been that angry on a panel before, and I snapped. I said, "Fuck this dude." Like, you're not gonna come up here and start a bunch of shit and call my name out when I'm in the chat room, not even fucking with y'all. And my wife was even here. She laughed about it. She's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm downloading Discord again. Hold this." She's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm getting on my computer. I want you to put this headphone in your ear and listen to what the fuck's being said. That way, when you hear me go the fuck off on these assholes, you know what the context is." And she listened to it for a good 20 minutes and she heard me go snapping. And she literally started fucking laughing. She goes, "Baby, I've never seen you get that angry at people on the fucking internet before."
It
But
happens to the best of us, man.
it does too. And that's the sad part. Like, I come here to chill, to unwind from the hell of my life. Not that my life's that fucking bad, but like, we all have shit. We all have our shit sandwiches. Let's all eat our shit sandwiches together and talk about our shit sandwiches. Instead of just let's all fight with each other, create a bigger fucking drama filled place that
Yeah,
doesn't need to
let's stick
happen.
with our shit sandwiches and not make fucking shit hoagies.
Well,
Yeah, exactly.
it's bite, chew, swallow, repeat. It's best not to keep it in your mouth.
Exactly. See, Agripolis gets it.
Yes, sir.
But
Honestly, like when it comes to the situation with the Crucible and the Power Dusty, I see a very positive in it. I don't see it as like getting too big, like violent, or like
I don't think it'll go to that far.
that's to me this is exciting. It's just because it favors a lot Dusty, and I'm all for it because he's my brother. I want to see him successful. But
Yeah.
like when it came to OG and 10th, with that situation, that to me was toxic. It was like, okay, this shit is not profitable. It's not making any.
Yeah.
It was really getting violent. It was getting to a point where and then threatening, doxing. That to me is just like, okay, like this is too far for me. But
That's
with
where the true colors are shown, is in moments like that.
Yeah.
yeah, but in
Yeah. I
this
mean,
case, I see it very differently. I mean, it started off with this fat slob, Rob, and then he's crying and please, daddy, you guys know how it started, and then this is where we are now. This is what's happening, you know.
That
and,
tier level knob slobs, yeah.
The
and
idea
truly,
the idea that the trolling and the picking on is, I mean, this shit is not that deep.
yeah.
That's why it's like, for me, it's silly.
Trolling and
See,
picking, a grown ass man complaining about that shit. What the
And,
fuck? It sounds like he's
Yeah,
and this
reliving his
is
childhood to me. But that's
yeah, for real.
this,
And
this is
I can't.
my only statement about the whole thing. I agree with Rob. I agree with Dusty. I agree with Easy. I agree with fucking OG. I agree with all y'all. I don't have a like. There's shit that Rob says that I don't agree with. There's shit that Easy says that I don't agree with. There's shit that Beth says that I don't agree with. Just using as an example. This is just solely
yeah,
exemplary.
no, and
How
that's
But
the
dare
thing.
you?
We're
but
not
it's not
all
like
supposed to. We're not all fucking interchangeable widgets. We're not supposed
exactly.
to. We're not supposed to have the same thoughts, the same feelings, the same preferences. That's just fucking.
That's
Yeah,
life.
it's nice when you meet people who have similar or are very similar to you, but you're never going to be exactly the same. And
Exactly. Exactly. And I've
why would
learned.
you want people to be the same?
Unfortunately, to the Crucible, they don't see it that way. It's either you're with them or you're not.
I know. I hate
And
that,
That's
man.
that's,
their mentality. It's just like either you're on our side or you're against us. It's never in
yeah,
between.
Yeah.
I hate
that
that.
That's
is a big
mindset.
problem.
Look
And
what
there's
that's,
happened
always a
there.
gang mentality. There's no individualism whatsoever.
Yeah,
I mean, I can understand to a certain extent where the Crucible comes from as far as the mentality of that, because they are trying to create a social movement. They're trying to bring back somewhat of a right leaning order to the world, and I can understand and respect that. But to the same extent, Dusty has never fucking been, as far as the past 6 months of what I've learned, and from rewatching videos of his, because I do have a membership to his channel. He's never claimed to be a fucking serious person ever.
never, and so here's the thing: is
And
the community is super important. So I think
yeah,
that, I think that the Crucible has a lot to offer by way of that, and that is awesome. Um, my big problem comes down to like a lot of the judgment and some of the hate that floats around when there's something about somebody that is not aligned with the ideology. And I've heard Andrew speak out against like some of the stuff. Like, I got a lot of heat over having friends in Israel and things, because like I serve Passover dinner and whatnot. Okay.
no,
The
who
thing is,
fucking cares?
though, so yeah, Andrew can be like, yeah, we don't hate on groups like that, but the people within the ideology have within the community, it's not all of them either. It's never a monolith. Monoliths are no. Um,
There's never a
there's
monolith in society. There never can be.
there's there's a lot that take that further than I think even Andrew would be happy about. But you know, it's for the cause. So it gets tricky. Because on the same note, it's not Andrew's fault that people do that.
What I like about Dusty is that he takes his faults
Fear
and
of
he
it.
leans into them. He makes it about those faults so that way nobody can come at him for them. He's
Dusty
already
is
put everything
funny.
on the fucking table, so he's like, I ain't got no bones.
Dusty is
Y'all
funny,
got bones.
and he doesn't tell you what you can do, can't do, shouldn't do. It's just
Exactly.
fucking people laughing and having a fun time. It's not that
Exactly.
serious, people.
That's true.
unless you like if we're
And
well, what Tutty Bug said is true. I mean, I gotta say, because I've seen people like it might oppose what Beth said. Like I've seen people get pissed off on Dusty's channel. I've seen Dusty get pissed off, but within 24 hours, they're fucking joking around again.
Mhm.
And if you don't like it, I mean, those people don't come back. But most of the people I've seen do come back, and they have a good time. So
Yeah, you take a breath, you get past your shit, you realize, okay, we're just fucking around, and you come on back and do it all over again the next
rinse and
night.
repeat. Yeah, harness your faults. Don't sit there and like avoid them.
Like nobody's forcing you
Every
to come be a part of it. You can stay away if you want to, but you keep coming back. So there's something you like about it. There's something that just
Exactly.
rubs your
everybody
butt.
has bad days too. Like everybody has a shit day to where they might have like something going on in their house or going on in their head to where they might just fucking say some dumb shit and they might not mean it. You
Guilty.
know? And yeah, like I've done it. I'm sure everybody here has said shit that they don't mean before. But to let it fester and to let it allow for a division line to be drawn, like that's a sad thing to see in this type of space when we all could be getting together and growing the community and growing everybody up so that we all can be fucking rich and famous and have fun and shit with each other.
I think that would be more
Like,
profitable for creators and everybody if they did actually get along, as opposed to like starting drama just to boost views and boost likes and stuff. I think if everybody got along and did shit, and then you could do your own thing too. But that would
yeah, and like I said, like I'll never say an ill word of Dusty, and I'll never say an ill word of Rob, and I'll never say an ill word of Speakeasy or anybody
right.
because when
I
I
will.
first started, well, I mean, you have that right, and you guys have been doing this
Don't give
probably
a
longer.
fuck.
Here's
I'll say what I
Yeah,
want.
here's something else, though. Just because you don't agree with somebody doesn't mean that you're speaking ill of them, or just because you
yeah,
voice that, like, hey, somebody did this and it made me uncomfortable, or I didn't like the way that it made me feel, and it seemed harsh to me. That doesn't mean that you're saying they can't do it. It doesn't mean that you're wrong for whatever. I mean, as long as it's not as long as you're not tone policing them and giving them the what for, who fucking cares?
Yeah, I mean, it's okay to disagree with
exactly.
people. I
Yeah, it
mean,
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell, me and Agripolis, when I first started doing all this, Agripolis fucking challenged my brain in chat the one time, and I had to step back and go, "Shit, this man is fucking correct," and I can't even speak on this. And he showed me the way to do something a lot easier and a lot fucking smarter and more rational. So I was like, okay, my hat's off. I can't even argue with this man. And I've had that happen on multiple streams because I'm fucking retarded. But
you're,
I
you're
won't.
you're smart enough to
We're
give yourself more
all a
credit.
little
Yeah,
retarded
yeah.
sometimes.
If you want to say
No,
that,
I
yeah.
am actually. My mom bought me a football helmet, and I don't even play football. Okay.
With extra padding.
For some odd reason, I'm not surprised.
My husband wants to
Oh,
buy me
shit.
a bubble.
Say that with love.
Have you seen my fucking face? I'm a daywalker Down syndrome. Like, what the
I've seen the plate in your collarbone.
fuck? Yeah, Beth, I was gonna say, you've seen the medal that I have.
Yo, my son came to me and I was actually like, this was actually really cool. I didn't even realize it last night. My boy comes to me and he's like, it was exactly 1 year ago today that I got in that accident, where he got hurt. And thank God, I still have a son. Um,
Yeah.
Man, what a time for that to happen too. Like in the midst of all this bullshit, it was just like, yeah, I needed this reminder right now. So
Yeah, like so
I hope
my
more
wife and
people
I
get good reminders like that.
my wife and I were looking through like Facebook memories the other day, and the other day was like 3 years that my son got out of the hospital for his RSV for the second time. And like I look at that and I'm like, damn man, I don't pay attention to the world because I'm more focused on these two babies than I am the rest of the world.
As you should
And
be.
I
That's good. That's a
feel
good thing. Yeah.
and I feel
All
like
right.
it's like
Oops, sorry.
what?
Sorry. Go ahead. Finish.
Oh, I thought that was like I thought you were trying to say something. That's why I shut up. But like it's just like I look at it this way, like if we would all look at each other and look like the same way like Beth just said, like you're so happy to have your son and like it's an eye opener for us that are parents. Even those that aren't parents, there are people that you truly, truly care about that you would be very upset if something would happen to them.
Sure.
That's what this community is about. It's about being there for your fellow friend when they might need you the most in their lives. You
We
know?
got
And that's the scary part is that we've lost the sense of community to internet drama bullshit.
Vote Democrat.
Like and that's what's sad about the whole fucking situation.
we got a couple messages from Wally here that I think definitely deserve some attention.
I'll be
He
right back,
says,
y'all.
"What are you going to do about people on your side disagreeing with you? Vote Democrat?" Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't think so. And if that's the case, then why bother engaging with brigading people? You're right. I
I mean,
mean, it doesn't change just because there's people who have similar ideology to me that disagree with me, that want to cause any kind of strife for me. That doesn't change my ideology, right? It doesn't move me to believe something else or to value something else. Um, I think if anything, it makes me look at where we are as a society even more. That, people are this tired, people are this run down, people are this fucking everything that they can just lose their minds and explode over the silliest shit.
I believe that one.
All I'm trying to do, which I think you all would agree, is try to be able to have these conversations, and even if we disagree, we can still talk about it and still be friends. But
Hell yeah.
you know what I mean? So what like kind of the beginning part of Wicked Wally's question was like, no, we're not going to just disagree on something and then just stab each other in the back. Like that's what,
Flip to the other side.
yeah,
That's not it.
So that shit needs to stop because it's insane, man.
It
I
does.
agree.
It
But
does.
I'm just a lowly, like viewer slash mod then slash I get up live sometimes now. But
I do gotta say, it's kind of funny. This is the second time that like I've shifted where I've been hanging out, and then like significantly after I started hanging out there, it became a problem.
Right?
This is the
When I first
second
started this,
time.
when I first started doing like panels and shit, I could go on any panel and not have to sit there and worry like, oh, I can't get
Yeah.
involved in this joke or I have to get involved in that joke because I don't want people to think that I'm a traitor. Like that, I'm not here to not be a traitor or
Oh
anything. I
Lord,
agree with a
I'm
lot of people.
so tired of being afraid to say something just because
Yeah.
or laugh at something. It's such bullshit. I'm
yeah,
so over
it's
it. Like I'm at the point where it's like if somebody wants to tell me, "Oh, you're disloyal, you're this, you're that." It's like, "Okay, sure, fine, whatever. If it makes you feel better to call me that, go right the fuck ahead. I don't really give a fuck anymore."
yeah,
And
I,
Caucasian Sasquatch, you're absolutely right. This is the only venue for political discourse left because the politicians, they're not talking. They stopped talking a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's about them. Okay. Like
Yeah,
they're
about the
happy to
money
talk
going in
about
their
their own
pockets.
they're happy to talk about their own pockets, but yeah, not ours. Our best interests are definitely not at heart, I don't think, with our government. And they haven't been.
The only thing they care about our pockets is how much they're going to siphon this year.
Oh, what did it do? Ashton!
Like, he's coming back. And if you hear my cats, you can hear them.
Dirty sheets,
They keep crying.
dirty sheets.
Your cats.
Yeah, you hear my cats too. My cat's got Java has one volume and it's Scream. She got
Oh,
the loudest, like when she first started meowing, because like she was born in my house. Like when she first started like talking, like we thought something was wrong. We thought she was like stuck somewhere, injured or something. And no, she was perfectly fine. She was just talking, and it was like, well, she used to scare the shit out of us. We thought somebody was hurt. It like
yeah,
she only has one volume, and it's turned all the way up.
yeah.
I know
I-
some people like that.
They just want.
I think
I mean,
my internet just spazzed on everybody.
I
Hey,
think at this
you're back.
point, I'm just staying the fuck awake. I'll sleep in the car. It's too late for me to lay down. It's too fucking late.
What time is it?
Sorry, I came too late.
No, what do you mean you came too late?
Well,
Meaning,
your
I
son's going to be home any minute now, probably, right?
Probably about 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's why I said I might as well stay awake.
By the time you get nuzzled into the bed where you need to be, you got to get right back up. Because it's a process for us old ladies in our decrepit bodies to actually be able to go to sleep normally. We'll fall asleep doing in an action of doing something, but to actually go to bed, it takes a while. At least in mine.
Blasphemy.
Me too.
Oh man.
when I fall asleep, the world could be falling apart. I won't even wake up for shit. Just I slept
I'm
so
a
many.
light sleeper.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, my body, I got really bad nerves. My body and my brain is always on
Java.
like defense. So it's always extremely alert to anything in case I got to defend,
Oh,
you know.
I hope you're able.
Dig into that psychology.
I dated someone like that. Everything will wake her up, and I was really concerned because I I move around a lot, or sometimes I'll leave my phone on top of the bed. It'll like fall off, and I had to make so many adjustments for her. But it was getting to a point where it's like I had to like sometimes sleep in another bed, and it was really disappointing. But I mean
Yeah.
it could be really bad sometimes. Depends.
And it also happens with a lot of women when they're mothers. They get used
Yeah.
to having to, you have to sleep light because of the baby.
My kid Java, shut up. Take it somewhere else. Come on.
She's like, woman, I'm talking to you.
I do got to ride for a couple of minutes. I'm gonna go make another cup of coffee. I don't know how long you're gonna stay on, but
I'll be here. Like
all
I
right,
said, I got like 20, 30 minutes. Then I'm gonna get off because
I'll just leave it on
my
then.
kid gets home.
Okay, I'll just leave it on then. I won't drop. I'll be back in like
There he is.
maybe 5 minutes.
Bye.
Ashton.
There he is.
Oh yeah.
My dearest apologies. My wife called me because they were at the doctor's office, and yeah, so I kind of had to take that
You
phone
don't
call.
need to apologize for that.
What
Yeah.
legend?
Sasquatch, how you doing, my good sir?
I'm assuming you don't actually want me to dig into the psychology of that.
Oh, shit.
I want to know what was said in my absence because I want to know now.
You're not allowed to do no digging.
All right, I'll let it go. But just remember, you'll feel better if you lock your door.
Can I at least know what the context of that statement was so that I can know what Sasquatch is referring to?
Light sleepers, right? Is that what we're talking about?
Loosely, well, I know. Yes, that's what brought up the conversation. But she said for people to chew into the psychology behind her phrase about how she sleeps lightly. And I assume that wasn't directed directly towards me, to pretty much anybody else on Earth.
I never
Anybody
will
but
direct
me.
my own psychology questions to you because you already probably know. So,
Yes.
May I ask you a question then, Mr. Sasquatch?
for my own good.
Hold on. Mr. Sasquatch is my father, sir.
Okay. Senor Sasquatch, may I ask you a question?
Sure. Promise any
what
answer,
is
but I will consider it.
what is the psychology of people that do not sleep? Because I do not know psychology very well, even though ridden,
That's not
read.
psychological. That is almost never psychological when it comes down to it. Uh, there can be psychology involved in like some sleepless nights, but people who are chronically insomniac, it's almost always neurochemical when it comes down to it. Now, different things can induce the neurochemical problems and cause insomnia, stress, and uh, of various descriptions. It's almost always stress. Now, what's really twisted about the effects of insomnia, or rather the effects that lead to insomnia, is that you don't necessarily have to know what's actually bothering you. You would expect to have to be aware that something's stressing you out, right? But you don't have to be, because it can merely be a situation where you've noticed a series of things that lead towards an inevitable conclusion, but you have not consciously registered any of this knowledge. And so you can be kept up nights about something you don't have any clue about and won't find out about until after it occurs. And then you can sleep again.
That okay? I will. I will agree to that just because I'm too stupid to even make a rational point against it.
It's deep and thick. I know.
You got to
It's
go back and rewind that and listen to it a few times.
I
maybe
am going to actually. That's not a lie.
it takes an awful lot of things into account for a particular type of insomnia. On the other hand, you had the type of insomnia I was born with. Uh, the older I get, the more I sleep. Okay. I'm not joking. I'm dead serious when I say this. As a small child, I have it on good authority that I slept like 20 minutes a day for the first 2 years of my life. And that was
That
if
sounds
I
like
slept.
my kids.
It happens. Some kids have a higher metabolic yield, and apparently mine was very high as a kid. By the time I was 20, I was sleeping about 2 hours a night if I went to sleep.
Your
Uh,
Yeah.
midichlorian thingies, you're off the charts, right?
Maybe I don't know. I don't know.
The force is
I'm
strong with
trying
this
to
one.
do a Star Wars reference, yo.
Yeah, I
I
know, but
call
I've
it. I
never
call
had
it.
my midichlorians tested, so I
I
don't
could
know.
never say that word anyways.
Well, no. The reason I asked Caucasian was because I suffer from insomnia. I have tried multiple different things to help my psychology of it to allow myself to sleep. I have tried medically induction sleep, and none of it works. Like I can pop a Tylenol PM and still be wide awake like a crackhead. Like
Yeah, no,
that's
I get
just me.
most, almost all, most insomnia is neurochemically driven.
Okay.
Uh, Most likely, there is something that you do in your life that is either subconsciously stressful and you don't realize it, and you're subconsciously sitting up freaking worrying about that crap while you're distracting yourself with all the other stuff that you do. So like the very second you try to tune out and go to sleep, you lay down and your brain goes into super overdrive.
Mm-hmm.
When you can
110%.
all of your stimulus has gone away because you turn off the lights, you turn off everything, and you're laying there in a quiet room. uh Try this is going to sound really stupid, but give it a shot for about a week. Can you sleep with anything playing in the room with you?
The only time I fall asleep at night, honest to God and right hand to God, The only time I ever fall asleep is if I listen to the panels at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I'll notice myself dozing off, and like I'll catch myself from like falling over the bed.
Don't do
But
the
like,
panels. Listen. I want you to go find the dumbest, most absurd audiobook you can think of. Something that you cannot possibly take serious and yet is still a decent read. I would suggest something like The Martian, or go on YouTube and look for a good narrator and check out some of the lit RPG stuff. That is so vacuous, it'll just suck your soul straight out and you won't be able to stay awake. But basically, you have to give your brain, I can't sleep in a quiet room. You have to give your brain something to chew on that has no bearing on anything in your life, right?
okay.
It's a chemical thing inside your skull, and you're going to try to trick it into believing that you are in a soft, safe location, and you do that by doing something completely off script, right? The panel verse, here's the thing about listening to the panels. If you hear the right voice or someone says the right thing, it'll jog you out of your doze state, right? The issue is when you enter doze state, which is right before you start actually sleeping, your brain is screaming that it is drowning. It has nothing to think of, nothing to do, and you're killing it. It thinks you're dying because it's fixing to lose control of what's going on, and it knows it, and it doesn't want that to happen. And so it'll try its best to jerk you out of sleep until it can't no more. And then you get that 18-hour freaking power nap that happens once a week or whatever.
That's what happened to me last night, actually.
That's happened
That's
to me.
exactly. I just fell over because I was so exhausted because I haven't been sleeping for like 2 or 3 nights in a row. Maybe an hour or two. And then last night I slept for fucking 10 hours.
Hey,
I
children.
usually get anywhere between like 1 to 3 hours of sleep every single day. But I've noticed that like if I listen to like Rob, or if I listen to like if I just throw on Dusty's channel while they're going, I will fall asleep and crash, and I won't wake up till somebody starts like screaming.
Right. That's why I suggest no panels. I say go with an audiobook. Me personally, I do the most vacuous crap I can think of. And I'll tell you why, because this is stupid, this is dumb and scientifically impossible, but you can fucking test me on it. I can hear in my sleep. And when I say that, I don't mean as in I hear the noises and know what they're saying. I have no freaking clue what's happening. But some freaking how my brain logs everything that's said. So if I put on an audiobook, I will wake up, had no idea what is in the audiobook. But if I hear something out of the audiobook later, I'll be like, hey, I've read that. But I didn't read it. I just to it in my sleep. And then I can tell you the story behind the audiobook, even if I can't tell you the title, who wrote it, when I found it, where I read it, when any of that stuff happened. But it's about a goblin who decided to turn himself into a lich and take over the universe, and he goes about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll get down to the
no, I agree.
I've never heard that audiobook consciously.
Do you know that's the subconscious mind, right? You know that, right?
Well, there's subconscious and unconscious.
Yeah.
I do that all the time. I absolutely have to have some. Usually, it's a documentary on when I'm going to sleep.
That'll work, but
I put on movies that I know inside and out, so that way, whenever I close my eyes, I can still watch the movie in my brain.
That'll
And
also
it'll
work.
soothe me. My favorite to do is Dracula because
that
of that
one won't
dark
work for
mellow
me.
music.
Because I worked in movies for years, and I'll put on the movie, I'll watch it in my brain, and I get so bored with it after I see it, because I see the movie when I look at the cover, right? Because I worked in movie rentals, I've watched all of the movies you can think of pre-2002 a bunch of times, like all of them, because I was constantly having to go through and verify damage and check the tapes and check the DVDs, make sure everything, that whole thing.
Get an accident,
Right.
naughty tape. I'm sure you came across a few of those in your time.
Oh yeah, and I always weird. That was actually a really weird point, because at the time I was around 15 and I was working in a movie store, and apparently no one else could do the thing that I was doing, which was putting on. We had like 10 TVs back there and 10 VCRs, and I'd stick a tape in each one of them, turn them all on, and then sit down and do my homework while I was watching 10 movies play out to make sure nobody had put anything in it. And occasionally you'd notice something, and I'd go and pull the tape, rotate it, break out the little chopper machine and cut it out.
What is that noise?
Alwine is over there building the Eiffel Tower.
He sure is.
No, I apologize. I thought I was muted. That's not bad. I'm technically cleaning a litter box. I wish I was cool enough to build an Eiffel Tower, but
Oh, so we're listening to you pick up shit, literally.
Yeah, that checks out.
figuratively and literally.
It only takes 3 for an Eiffel Tower, bud.
Agrolapolis, cat's talking to you.
Judy, you're a naughty, naughty girl.
Cat is talking to you in the
Oh, is she?
chat. Yes, dear.
Have you ever tried a leaning tower of Pisa?
You know what's interesting is like I said, I like to fall asleep with like documentaries on. My favorite YouTube channel, Esoterica. I cannot sleep with that on. Like, I will try so hard, and I have to keep opening my eyes to see what that. Like, I want to see what he's talking about. It drives me insane. But there's a few I can get away with sleeping to. Like Planet Earth, I've seen so many times. That one I like falling asleep to. But my ex had to sleep with like just a fan going. And
my wife's the same way. She has to have a fucking fan on full blast.
Look, number one, I hate having a fan on in the winter. But even more so,
air circulated.
The fan is not enough noise for me to fall asleep.
Bruh.
Yeah, my fan's silent, so it just blows.
Y'all ever seen one of those shop fans? Like the big, like, half power electric shop fan?
I don't like to be
whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, no. Hear me out. This is so dumb.
Engines?
Yeah. Half a horsepower of electrical power jacked straight into a freaking receptacle. Dims the lights when you turn it on. Yeah, that's what I'm talking. That's what I had in my room as a kid.
Man,
do you want to know why? It wasn't for me.
Sweat machine.
That too, but it was for the other people in the house. Apparently, I was constantly doing stuff and constantly making noise, and they figured out that if they stuck that fan in the room with me, the noise wouldn't make it out of the room. All they'd hear is a dull roar from that side of the house.
Oh yeah, that's right, because you didn't sleep.
Yeah, no, I almost never sleep.
Always up.
When I was when I was 15, we'll go with 15. I worked at 2 different movie stores. I worked for a unloading trucks for one of the local restaurants here. And so that would only be a couple hours a week. And then like the movie stores were only like 3 or 4 hours a day. But that left me with like 18 hours a day to figure out after, everything else on a good day. And if I was going to school at the time, which I was, I would work one job, then another job, and then different days. But then I had a night job that I did loading hay bales.
Oh, shit.
Let me explain. It is almost impossible as a 15-year-old to get a job working night shift anywhere. So I worked out a deal with one of the local farmers around here. He had a crew that did all of this stuff during the day. I was almost completely booked during daytime hours. And so on the days I didn't have anything else to do, I'd go over there and help them for a couple hours, but it would only be 2 or 3 hours before dark, and then they'd go home. And after a few weeks of like them leaving and me sitting there just kind of kicking my feet going, okay, now what the fuck am I supposed to do? He's like, you drive truck? I was like, yeah. He's like, just fucking load the hay bales. And so from then until I was like 17 or 18, if I wasn't doing nothing else, I was generally in some random farmer's freaking barn throwing hay bales one way or the other.
Hey, getting paid.
Yeah. One of those farmers died. Yeah, but one of those farmers died, and his son was a meth dealer. So when he inherited the farm, things went really, really weird for a while
Yep.
until I
Like
just quit that
bad
job.
shit.
Well, I stopped getting paid, and homie decided to pay me in other stuff, but I didn't know what it was. So I just stashed it. I didn't know what to do with it. Didn't have anything to do with it. I thought he just lost his freaking mind. I wanted cash. I stopped working for the guy and just wandered the fuck off, did something else. Imagine my shock the first time one of my little meth-addled buddies come along and was tweaking the fuck out, trying to figure out where he was going to get this, that, and the other. And I was like, "Oh, you mean some of this?"
He thought,
Do you remember? Do you remember the wolf scene from maybe Looney Tunes or Merry Melodies? One of those when the wolf sees the woman and his eyes bug out and his feet
Yeah,
go
yeah.
up his head.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Mouth
that is
sticks down and tongue rolls out.
reaction this dude had.
patting the foot and everything.
Yeah, the whole 9. Bro, call
The
the fuck
tongue
down.
rolls back in. It sounds like a fucking old school register going off.
Bet you bought a safe real quick, didn't you?
Actually, no. Where I live, actually, that was back when we had Joe. I had a 145-pound yellow lab who was probably the best service dog that ever walked this earth, but no one wanted him because he smelled a little funky. Right? It turned out he had some cancer and stuff, and that's why he smelled a little funky. But he all right. So he would not stay inside. He slept next to the chicken coop. Always.
Well,
He
that's
had
not going to help the smell.
dog house. He had everything you could possibly want, a full dog run, the whole 9. Not interested. Slept laying next to the chicken coop. And well, no, he liked the chickens. It was really funny to come out some mornings. He'd be laying there on his back, and the chickens would be like on him, picking fleas off or whatever. It was crazy. Huge, enormous yellow lab. So you come to my house. I'm 15. You get out of the truck, and real quiet, like this ginormous yellow lab creeps up next to you and gently takes your hand in his mouth. You flinch and pull away, and he just stands there and looks at you. You try to walk away from the truck, he growls at you. You can get back in the truck, or you can let him take your hand and lead you to the door.
That's my golden retrievers used to do that all the time when my friends would come in. My 2 closest friends would be able to walk into my house unannounced or uninvited. My golden retriever would literally grab, like you say, mouth them by the arm, and he would drag them to my mom, or he would drag them to me, and he'd be like, "Hey, look what I found."
No, it wasn't a dragging situation, but
Not dragging in a sense, but he would.
If you try to go anywhere other than to the door or to your truck, then it became a dragging situation, because then he would start pulling you towards your truck. Or, back in the day, they didn't have smart meters. So they had these guys that went around and wrote down the numbers off your little bulb. We almost got into a lawsuit because of this dog. Because keep in mind, dopiest looking hound you ever saw in your life. Big old shit-eating grin on his face, always looks happy, never bites anybody, is an absolute chill pill in fur. But if you're scared of dogs, that doesn't matter. When they touch you with their mouth, you say you've been bitten, right? So that was the phone calls we were getting, were people from EMC saying, your dog bit one of our employees, and I'd call them a goddamn lie right immediately. You are lying to me. If that person had come to my door and knocked on the door, it would have been fine, but he tried to go somewhere else, and that is not my dog's fault. Well, we have to check the meter. Yes, sir, and you can knock on my door and let me know so that my dog doesn't eat you. That's all you got to do. And a couple of weeks after that, one of the guys showed up, and he had apparently been warned. So when he got out of the truck, with a big nylon, what do you call them? Like chainsaw chaps.
Yeah.
He basically wrapped a chainsaw trap around his arm, and when he got out the truck, he grabbed him, walked him up to the door. He knocked on the door. We came out. was like, okay, Joe, let him go. And Joe let him go and run off and go fuck with the chickens some more. But till you checked in with that door, nowhere else.
Your dog was trying to establish a polite society in his yard. In his
He
world.
did a very good job. Now, another interesting point about that dog. Before Joe showed up, we had a goose that rounded up all the chickens, right? If you take this sounds crazy, but I've seen this in action, and it doesn't always work, but usually geese want to be raised around other geese. If you raise a chicken with a group of geese, the chicken will act like geese. But if you raise a goose with a group of chickens, the goose will not act like a chicken. Instead, he will act like the biggest hen you ever saw in that group, except Goosey. We called him the general. I'm dead serious. We called him the general. You have an established chicken coop and everything. You get you a goose, and when he gets just big enough to not be pecked at by all the other chickens, you put him in with the chickens, and you keep real close ties to him for a little while until he like assimilates, right? Once he's assimilated, turn him loose. Turn them all loose. Let them fucking go hog wild, because that goose wants to stay nearby its roost. It's not going to wander far. Furthermore, it likes having its geese around, and so it will round up the chickens and keep them maybe not as close as you'd like, but somewhere in that general area. And we were on like 30 freaking acres out there, and this goose would march them fuckers around to wherever they wanted to go like a fucking sheepdog. It was wild.
Yeah, geese are very, very tight-knit
Mm-hmm.
little clans. They absolutely are, because I got a group of Canadian geese that come out to my pond every year. So
yeah, and they are creatures of habit as well. And so let's say hypothetically, like case I had out there's this spot like, I don't know, 600 yards down the road where the Alltel folks that clean all the power line cuts, they just dump this massive pile of wood chips every time they come through. Right now, that is chicken heaven. that is a smorgasbord of unending bugs for them to eat. When the goose figured out where it was, every morning they'd come out, they'd eat whatever scratch got thrown out for them, and then they'd check out straight line from there to that pile of wood. And right before dark, the goose would come honking his happy ass back into the yard, rounding up all the freaking chickens. And here's the weird part. I don't know if this is all geese, but the 3 we used when I was growing up all did this. Once they're an adult goose and they've taken hierarchy of the chickens, right? They're not a rooster, so they don't do rooster things, and so they won't bother a rooster, right? The rooster can go do rooster things. The goose doesn't care. What the goose cares about is keeping everybody together and safe. So you get back to the chicken coop, one of your chickens is missing. That goose will run them all into their roost and then wander back off into the forest to go find that missing chicken. And if you can do it, a goose will stare down a wolf flat-footed. Peace was never an option.
yeah, they will always choose violence.
They were born with violence.
They're like chihuahuas.
My mom
That's how they fucking act, like chihuahuas.
A goose would eat a chihuahua alive.
We need to have a segment on somebody's channel, preferably your Squatch, because this idea is for you. Is story time with Squatch.
I love it.
Because
I think we need story time with
chill
Squatch.
everybody out with your storytelling.
Every time, too. Bless you, sir.
Wow.
Don't die. Jesus.
Are you good,
God
Sash?
bless you.
Woo.
I'm well enough, I suppose. So
I'll give you one God bless you.
Oh, you are red. My goodness.
I gave one God bless you after the third
dude.
one.
That's uncomfortable when that shit happens. That's what you do. You tell some of the best stories. And
I have knocked myself out several times sneezing.
So is my
I'm not
son.
joking.
Putting your head on
fire. Like
No,
20 of them.
no. It's just one. It's just one. When this happens, it's just one sneeze because I pass out afterwards. The first time I remember it happening, I was on a school trip and we went into like this botanical garden thing. And like the second I walked through the door, I got like the little tickly feeling, and directly I sneezed and woke up in the ER.
Atlanta Botanical Garden?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I was
it
only
would-
like
Would have
8
been
or
in
9,
Atlanta.
probably.
How the
Probably.
hell does one single sneeze knock you out? Did they figure out why?
The oxygen to the brain, most likely.
Pressure. I would guess
Yeah.
pressure. Yeah, because when I sneeze, typically, unless I can like get a grip on it and make it a bunch of little sneezes, it's one really, really, really hard sneeze. I'll pull over on the side of the road. I feel it coming on. I will pull over in the very next driveway and just sit there, put my truck in park and sneeze, let it happen, and then leave because
Did they,
it's unsafe.
when you woke up in the hospital from the botanical gardens situation, did they tell you anything like maybe what could be the cause of it?
But nobody knew what had happened, right? They heard a sneeze, and then there was a kid on the floor, and I don't know anything about any of that. We didn't associate the two. Yeah, no, maybe that's equally possible. But the next time it happened, I was at school, and I had a little bit of a sinus thing going on with like allergies or whatever, and I was supposed to do like this reading. And I walked up to the front of the class and turned my back. I had a paper towel that I'd gotten on my way up there. I turned my back and sneezed and woke up in the hospital. And that's how I found out how I passed out.
That's crazy.
Up until that point, it was just a mysterious event that would take place in my life. I'd wake up at a hospital. What happened? I don't know. You passed out. Can you tell me what happened? No, I sniffed a flower. Oh, what's that? It smells funny. Yeah.
Flowers, that's what you get.
I love your story.
Think about it.
Yes.
If you think about it, when you sniff a flower, you're sexually assaulting a plant.
Oh,
Yeah, that's its reproductive organs that you're sniffing.
What?
Welcome to the mind of Sasquatch.
Can you imagine
the fuck is that?
Yeah, people eat hibiscus and drink hibiscus tea, you know, and you're eating them out.
What about it? I like hibiscus tea.
Well,
I'm asking you, Agrilepolis, have you ever had any of that hibiscus tea?
drinking flower jizz.
Was it hip tea or blossom tea, sir?
Oh, he had got sassy with that one.
My ex-wife, her sister will walk around and pick hibiscus flowers and then make tea out of them. And I'm like, there's a certain kind I think that you shouldn't do that with.
Well, there's a whole bunch of different types of hibiscus. Almost all of the flowers are fine. There is one that's purple and extremely bitter, referred to as the Rose of Sharon. Some people like that stuff. I never cottoned to it very good. But there's another branch of hibiscus called the mallow. Are you familiar with the mallow family?
Yeah.
No.
Shut up, you witch. No one asked you.
That was a good setup. Right?
Here's the thing. Mallow. There are several different types of mallows. There's mountain mallows, there's eastern mallow, western mallow. There are three variations. One is referred to as a swamp mallow, a marshmallow, and a glade mallow. You want to know what the marshmallow is used for?
Not marshmallows.
Yes, ma'am, it is if done properly. But it's not the flowers and it's not the fruit. It's the root. The airy confection we make called marshmallows is derived from a method of cooking the marshmallow roots. It makes this almost of course it's just fluffed sugar, right? That's what a marshmallow is. The slime in a marshmallow, very similar to the slime that comes out of an okra, which is also a hibiscus. That slime can be used to make a aeration gel that, when done properly and derived from the marshmallow plant, makes the original confection called marshmallows.
Oh,
More
interesting.
You know, I learn so much every time I talk to Sasquatch. Like, I shit you not, I have learned so much in the past like 6 months just listening to you.
I can explain it, but no one believes me when I tell them. They just hear it and they just kind of, nah, that can't be it.
Weren't we? What were we talking about last time? Was it beavers?
I can tell you almost everything you never wanted to know about beavers.
And then I showed y'all that that little gift thing of the beaver eating that
Wait on.
clam.
Yeah, that is that was an abalone, madam, and that whole thing was inappropriate and wrong and perfectly okay at the same time. It made me aroused, and I called my girlfriend immediately.
My favorite part is never sales. Just watch it. He's like,
I suppose you should send it to me again so I can share it with them with our audience.
"Oh shit, I gotta find that shit."
See if you can find it.
I just
Look,
want to say,
it's a short. It's disgusting. It's beautiful. It's a work of nature and art at the same time. Most people would call it porn. I say it's nature.
It's an amazing camera work, what it is, sir.
I just want to say I haven't laughed so hard like that. My face is actually turning red, and I'm starting to cry.
Wait till see the beaver eating the clam.
Here
I've
is
shot
the
it.
link.
I've shot a beaver once.
There's the link
Get
right
some help.
there.
Did you know that there's a gland under the tail of the beaver that has a vanilla flavor on it?
Oh my god.
This is true.
No.
I feel
No,
so wrong even playing
In
with
fact, we utilize vanilla beans because we acquired the flavor from beaver glands and then found vanilla beans in the wild and went, hey, that's way easier than beavers.
Isn't there another animal that has a gland like that? What the hell
A
was it?
skunk?
Is it
No,
vanilla?
what's that?
Or is it?
All right.
Was
Yeah,
it
here we
leech
go.
or something like that?
All right, everybody get your squirt pad ready. 'Cause
Everybody
Yeah.
pay attention to your
you're getting that
screen.
special sock.
Get
I'm
your
gonna
box.
watch, but I'm gonna be in the back. I gotta head out because my little man just got home, so I'm
Hang
gonna go play with
This
him.
will take you 30 seconds.
Okay, I'll watch it. What the fuck?
It is
That
a beaver eating a clam.
Oh,
is an abalone.
I was like, what's that?
accurate.
Yet again, I have to call my girlfriend right now.
Damn.
It's like confused heart and a little just a twinkle of excitement. Oh, it's perfect. It's perfect.
So yeah, that just happened.
Yeah, she can't explain it either.
That's crazy.
Teddy Bug, you're going to hell.
Oh no. No, see, the thing is,
I gotta
that's
see
perfectly
right
okay.
next to you coming.
Dude, you
So that
really
brings up the
scared
question.
action off.
If we're going to hell for that, when I get there, that they start torturing me and I start coming, that's on them, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's,
I
I
suppose.
mean, they can't send you to hellier hell or anything, right? Like,
Once you're in hell, all responsibilities are gone. It's done.
How did
It's like
that-
I'm fucked. Fuck y'all.
That stunned the chat into silence.
Right. The chat just left. Everybody was like, "Oh, fuck that."
I'm out of here. What is this?
It's nature, y'all.
Especially if they walked in
Nothing
like
wrong.
right when that video started.
That's what she said.
It was actually a beaver eating a clam.
No, it's not a beaver. That was an otter. I'm sorry. It's also not a clam. It's an abalone. Stop it. In fact, I can tell you where that fucking otter was because of what was in the picture. This is why I hate my brain. That otter is on the upper upper edge of the Oregon coast over there. He is tied up in a fucking the what do they call it, the kelp forest over there, and he has taken one of the western abalones off of the 25-foot shelf that's right below the surface out there, and that is what he's eating. Why do I know that shit? Fucking David Attenborough.
Do you like get up every morning,
send
you
that to my
know,
Discord
go take
too,
a
please?
piss, look in the mirror, and say,
Wait, never mind.
"Damn, motherfucker, you're too smart for your
No.
own good."
Discord.
No. My mother used to tell me, and I quote, what did she say?
You're too smart for your own good, right?
She said,
Or smart ass.
hold on. Too sharp by half. And then once when I was being transferred from some classes in school to some other classes in school because, you know, violence is an option. Yeah, I was the quiet kid. I was told my whole life, you're not funny. You don't know everything. Shut up. Sit still. Sit on your hands. And if I talked when I wasn't supposed to, I had to stick my fucking finger in my mouth. Like this. And just sit there.
I used
Or
to have
else.
to sit on my hands. I was told to
Yeah,
because I was fidgety.
Yeah.
It got
And
to
now
the
I
point
find
where
out I've always just had bad nerves.
they would just go to church and leave me outside.
Wow, that's
Think that one through, bro.
But
No,
he don't need you.
The whole congregation was fine with it. A couple of folks had come out every like they'd rotate out people that were sitting outside watching the two kids that couldn't be trusted in a church. Me and my
Oh,
neighbor.
dear Lord.
Now, my neighbor was a psychopath. So like everybody thinks I'm twisted and demented. My neighbor was a bona fide with paper psychotic personality. He only liked the things he liked and otherwise had no emotion about anything else. I once watched this man beat a dude into a coma, not with the tire tool in his hand, but with his fist with the tire tool in his hand. He never hit that man with a weapon. It never crossed his mind. He didn't even realize he had the thing in his hand until after, you know, all seven of us drug him off. And he like took a swipe at a couple of people and I ended up grabbing him by his ears and going, dude, it's me, chill the fuck out. And he's like, oh, hey, what's going on? And I was like,
Oh, he literally had one of those snap moments.
He's like, oh, no. He was not, no, it wasn't that he was upset. He thought they were his friends jumping him. And the second he realized that wasn't the case, he was fine. He stood up, looked at his hand. He broke in two fingers. He goes, goes to his truck and pulls splints out of the freaking glove box, puts them on and takes them up, picks up his hand, walks back over to the guy. And I tackled his ass again. I received more bald-faced ass whoopings from that man than anyone else on earth. And he, by himself, is the reason I will stand flat-footed against any two normal men. Because he was fucking nuts, bro. I broke his arm. And he never even got upset. He said, ow, fuck, that hurts. And then he flopped it around a little bit. And then he backhanded me because I was like, oh shit, I broke your fucking arm. Oh no, what are we going to do? And he's like, Pep, shut up. And then he slapped me with his broken arm and laughed maniacally. The motherfucker was absolutely psychotic.
Did he not have proper pain?
Oh, pain was there. All right. This is one of the things we used to do. You can call me crazy, you can call me stupid, you can call me whatever fuck you want to, but this is how decisions were made when there was a disagreement in my little group of friends. The two people who had a disagreement weren't allowed to fight it out because Lonnie beat the shit out of both of them just for the fight. Just for the stimulation of there being this going on. He'd just jump into the middle of it for funsies or something. Anyway, so let's say you,
Lonnie.
yeah, his name was Lonnie. I called him Looney Bird. I was the only man on earth to get away with that shit, let me tell you.
What state?
Every Lonnie I've ever known is a little bit.
Georgia, but we worked all over the Southeast together.
Sounds like my grandpa.
You look, dude, if a written description of either one of us could be mistaken for the other. 6 foot tall, blonde hair, blue eyes, medium build, long hair, the whole nine.
My grandpa's almost, he's not my grandpa, but he married my grandma, and he's the only grandpa I've ever known. Dude, homie is like 6'6". He's a fucking giant, and he
hold
looks
on.
just like you.
I didn't get to explain how we made decisions. So you and Tootie Bug have a disagreement. Y'all want to fight about it. But because Lonnie's there, you're not going to fight about it because he's just going to jump on top of both of y'all for the fun of it. And you know this. And so a different way of making decisions had to come about. And the decision was made. What y'all are going to do is grab each other's arm like you're doing those forearm shakes and drop a lit cigarette between y'all. And whichever one of y'all pulls out,
You lose.
you lose. The other person's right. And that's the decision. It's over. There's no longer any discussion. If you bring that shit up again, you will get tossed out the back door like a Frisbee.
And Lonnie had you.
Not necessarily, because once the decision is made, right? Once they has come to a consensus, there's no point in discussing it anymore. And it's not a fight anymore because you're on your own. Thank you, Mike. That's lovely.
Yeah. Thank you, Mike, for dropping all those links. I definitely appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Mike in the house.
No love for everybody.
And I love you, Pops. I suppose you can bring me one of them little cupcakes with a candle in it next time you come back from the grocery store, can you? Oh, no, wait. You went to go get milk. My bad.
Yeah.
How's that milk doing?
Eventually, I'll stop.
Okay.
I get
All
it. I get it. I get it.
I got a couple of, I got a
remember the
birthday coming up in a
conversation.
couple of months. I'll save you a slice of cake. One day I'm gonna have to film this shit, right? I really want somebody who has a head in like AI animation to get a hold of some of the Panelverse clips and skits and stuff, and just do a AI animation of the conversation that's taking place, right? Some of that shit could be amazing.
Nightish does that shit. He does it all the time. Whenever he's in like on panels and stuff, he'll take people's snapshots and create little characters with them.
That's AI imagery. I need AI animation. I need like
okay.
I would like for it to all have a theme, a feel to it, like I don't know, stick figures or I don't know,
like those Veronica ones, Veronica at work ones.
Exactly like that. Except conversation from the Panelverse. Gen X Jeff going off for 5 minutes about how you got the softest Satanist in the world over here running this channel, and y'all are so lucky. That's hilarious to me. But I want somebody to do it with like him being like Baal himself, you know what I'm saying? Like instead of the little cute antlers, like big freaking demon with body flames and explosions and shit around him. But it's Jeff's voice and him saying, "Well, you got the softest demon in hell. I don't know what. I'm the nicest Satanist you'll ever meet." Bro.
Yes.
Leah, you got to rewind the stream and watch the otter eat the clam if you missed it.
The funniest one I've seen so far, Powdered Dusty has some old unreleased. He did a few shorts out of it. I never got to see the last couple come up. It's a discussion, and it's all about some random meth head that he met or that shows up at your house, and then Dusty goes into this. I can't even do it right, but I'm gonna try. I'm pretty good at it, but he's like, okay, so this guy shows up. It's 2 a.m. He's a friend of your son's or something, right? He comes in. Everybody else in this group is perfectly normal. There's this one guy who's like, "Hey, can I borrow your lighter? Can I put my socks in your dryer? Are you going to use that car outside? Do you have any flashlights? Do you want to buy some flashlights?" But the thing is Dusty does it, and he goes on for a solid 10 minutes. And I can't help but think this is an actual conversation he's had before. It's so on point. I've heard that shit before. Like I've been
hard to make it up, right?
But on which side of the conversation was he?
Oh, I'm sure he was the guy at the place with the dryer in the car. I mean, the other guy obviously didn't have it.
Oh, you don't think it was
Teenagers are
Dusty asking
weird.
about putting socks in dryers?
Oh no, it's not. It wasn't a teenager thing. It 100% is a meth head thing. Do you want to buy some catalytic converters? They fit your car, right?
You
Yeah,
can make them fit.
fair.
If it doesn't
Fair.
fit, I'll make it fit.
No, it will fit because he just took them off of your car.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect match. Same year, same make, same model, everything.
I know you need one.
And I know you need one, and I'll sell it to you for $50. You know how much these things are online?
Sell them back their own catalytic converter.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, one of the best scams I've ever heard of. And I laughed so hard I cried. I have a buddy of mine I went to school with who is in jail right now for doing this. I have no idea how much money he got, but he owns a place out here on the edge of the county, and there's what's an old dead spur line from the railroad out there. And he goes out there to this old spur line and cuts off a 385-pound piece of fucking railroad iron, straight track, puts it on his truck, takes it to the scrapyard, rides in, dumps it out, and leaves. Now you think this is fixing to get scandalous as hell that he went back and cut more track and it caused a problem for the railroad. No, what do we do now? No. When he dumped it at the scrapyard, he dumped it next to what's referred to as the straight steel pile, which is all the way at the back of the scrapyard, kind of in a corner. And he welded a piece of wire to the like cable to the tie to the straight steel, and he would put the cable through one of the holes in the fucking fence that was big enough for him to drag that thing through. And he'd go out there at night, hook his winch to it, tow it through the fucking fence, put it back on back of his truck with his dolly, and go home. And then the next day he'd come up and sell another 385 pounds of straight steel and do the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Anytime he needed a couple of bucks, he'd just go pick that piece of straight iron back up and go sell it again. And he did that shit for years, dude.
Damn.
Wow.
He had another one. This is probably the second. That's my favorite scam I've ever heard of. That shit is killer.
That's brilliant.
That same property that he owns backs up to a couple of industrial places. And one of these places keeps these big ass rolls of copper wire that are left over from some part of the manufacturing process, but they really can't use them because they're too short. And so what they do is stack up 10 or 12 of them, then load up a whole truck, send it back to where it came from. Right. He figured out, right, that he could take that on the ends of the copper wire where they cut it, they put a piece of steel buckle to keep the wire from fraying, right? And it's just a little. He figured out that if you take one of them big fishing magnets, you could bounce it against that copper wire until you caught that piece and drag the wire through the fence. So they did not get him for trespassing. They did not get him for any type of malicious activity on someone else's property or anything like that. They straight got him for the value of the copper he stole. Now, let me explain how they caught him. They didn't catch him because they saw him do it. They didn't catch him because they figured out something was happening and set up a sting. None of that. Homeboy stole the whole roll. And he'd go a step further. This is the hilarious part. The roll itself has metal bands. It's a big plastic doohickey drum thing, right? It's kind of funky looking. It looks like a big old like spool that you'd have thread on. But hooked on both ends are these metal the supports that run through it, like rebar, threaded iron, whatever you want to call it. That same magnet that he used to catch that buckle on the end of the thing was just strong enough to catch the top of those things and drag it. And so they had a pile of these things that were there that had stuff on, and they went to the left, and a pile of empty spools that were to the right. And he would take all of it off of one and then go to the other side of the fence and catch it and drag it into the pile. They never knew anything was missing for like 8 months, right? And he'd go get one every few weeks. 8 months, they have no clue anything's going on until the people that were selling them the wire call them and go, "Hey, we're missing like 3 tons of copper from y'all." They're like, "There's no fucking way." They're like, "We're missing 3 tons of copper from y'all. You haven't paid for it. You're going to need to pay for it." They go out, check their system. There's nothing out of place. Everything looks just fine. Nothing. So the way they the way they caught him, he was at the scrapyard when they went in to ask if anybody was selling a whole bunch of scrap copper.
Oh my God.
He was literally standing there selling the last bit of copper he'd gotten off the previous roll. Homeboy had built a doohickey on back of his little side by side that would just wind it up like a winch. He'd set one of the spools in. He'd pull the damn thing through the fence. He'd run it into the edge and hit the button, and it'd start winding, and the pressure would keep it in place. And he'd wind that sucker all the way up. And
Mommy had a game plan for that shit.
Dude, this, like I said, this is the same guy who sold the same piece of steel to the scrapyard for years.
Wild.
Here's another one.
Redneck ingenuity all day long.
All of this, keep in mind, all of this came to roost at around the same time. They thought they had like a group of people that were running around doing this stuff when it turned out it was just this one dude. He was very industrious.
3 tons of copper? I mean,
dude, at least. I mean, each one of those
spools
is like 1.5 tons when it comes in.
Rabble rousers in the hood.
Yeah, dude, Lord, don't leave this man alone. It's not safe. So he was working at this pipe plant over here, and he found out that when the coils go out, they go out with little stainless steel buckles on certain parts of the coil to keep it from unraveling if something happens. He also found out that when they come back, those buckles are usually broken and they end up falling inside the coil, right? And so you can go look inside of each one of the coil and you might only find 1 or 2, but you might find 25 or 30, and they're useless. No one can use them. Do you have any idea how much stainless steel is worth at scrap?
Yeah, if it's uncut, like uncut with anything else.
Yeah. 319 stainless, bro. Yeah. So homeboy Feng Schwingles a way to get a job delivering these things. And every delivery he picks up, he goes and gets all the little things out. Now, keep in mind, none of this is illegal. Nothing that I've mentioned yet is illegal. Until he gets frustrated with not finding as many of them as he had been finding before. The whole reason he took the job driving was to get access to these things so he could go clean them all out. Keep in mind, these things aren't magnetic. You can't just like fish them out with a magnet. You've got to put on a freaking arm glove and reach into a rusty hellscape to get your hands on these things, right? So it wasn't a risk-free endeavor. And he ended up probably 12 tetanus shots. Fucking cut all up everywhere. Anyway.
Oh my God.
He realizes, wait, when they buy these things, they buy millions of them. They buy an entire freaking pallet of these things. There's probably 5 tons of them over there. And so, and I watched this happen over the course of like 6 months working for this place. He Feng Schwingles a job change from running the forklift where he discovers this because his fork wouldn't go in and he found these stainless steel things in there and he's like, oh, what are these? Nobody really cared. And he was like, fuck it. He filled up an entire toolbox full of them, took them to the scrap, got some cash. And was like, fuck yeah, I'm going to drive the truck, right? Mm-hmm. Drives the truck for a while, gets all of them that are available would be my guess because he's a very, very, very industrious fellow, right? Runs out of them. And then Feng Schwingles a transfer into like the supply department. He had figured out that wherever it is these places go, when they cut them with a particular type of cutting device, and they have a certain look to them. So he spent the $2,000 it took to buy this very unique cutting device
Oh,
and mounted the fucker on the wall at work. Every time he went into the supply room, he'd cut 10 and drop them in a bucket. Told everybody he was collecting them. The entire plant helped him gather the broken ones that hid the ones he was cutting himself. Homeboy had to have made a mint. I have no idea how this dude was broke his entire life. I don't get it.
Holy shit.
amazing.
That's crazy, man.
That is crazy.
This goes all the way back to when we was in school. His uncle ran one of the, I don't know, I guess you'd call it a bodega in any other town. Here we call them slip shops. It's a illegal convenience store run in the hood by some random person, right? They generally get all of their stuff by typing EBT off of people, and they stock everything personally and yada yada.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
His uncle run that. His mom was the drinks queen. She would go to Sam's Choice every week and load up on freaking every imaginable drink you could come up with and bulk rates, and then come back and sell them to him for like a nickel a piece more than she bought them for or whatever, right? Something like that. I don't know the scheme. He figured out that those things would go for 50 cents a piece at school. And he gets away with this. Of literally just bringing a book bag slam full of sodas and selling them all right where you get off the freaking bus before he'd ever go into the school. He didn't have anything on him but cash. He gets picked up dozens of times, all of his stuff searched. No one can prove any of it. Finally, they decide to stop him getting off the bus one morning, and I don't know if he plotted this, if it was planned. I don't know if he knew it was happening. I have no freaking clue. But that happened to be the morning that he was bringing in one of his science projects that he had to do. And so he had this huge freaking book bag with him, and all that was in it was the science project. I find out years later, it wasn't just him. He had 13 cousins, 14, 15 cousins running around, and they were all in on the scheme. Everybody brought a 12-pack of freaking drinks every morning. They would all meet up at the fucking bus stop at the very beginning of school. They'd stack everything together, sell everything standing right there before anybody went anywhere. And there was no problem with a kid bringing a drink to school. The problem was with somebody trying to start a freaking business. This man franchised before he was 12.
Brilliant.
Wow.
He's in prison. How brilliant is it?
Well, I mean,
I'm just saying. Just
he
because
was in
it's
good
great,
shape as a little kid.
I guarantee you right now in prison, that man has the ramen noodle market cornered. Like,
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Commissary, is that what they call it, right? In jail?
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah, but you don't go for everything or the gangs will get you. You pick one thing and you specialize in it.
Yep.
That way they'll get over, not having the tea or whatever it is you pick. If, they got to work with you.
With a slice of the pie, you're okay.
You just got to do it right. Sometimes you got to take a straight ass whooping, and sometimes that's what it takes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, even still, like the drive is a good thing. To want to do something.
He's in
it's just a
prison.
matter of what you choose to do.
He's in prison forever. Millions of dollars of stuff. Like,
I understand that. What I'm saying is, as a little
He
kid,
would just used his ingenuity for good.
the
Brett,
crap
that's
wouldn't
the
let him.
thing.
I don't know what it was.
Great. Good to see you, ma'am.
I have no idea what would trigger that dude.
Good evening to you. Thank you for coming by. Holy shit. You got to come up here. The link's pinned at the top. I've got to go soon, but I would love to spend the last 10 minutes I got with you because this woman cracks me the fuck up.
You ever heard of the Goat Man?
No.
I ain't never told you that one.
No.
All right, I live in Georgia. We have kudzu. Kudzu, if left unmanaged, will completely take over the world. So we have ways we go about getting rid of kudzu: chemical, biological, and the biological method is goats. There's a dude here that lives over in a little town not far from where I live, who runs basically a deforestry service, right? He got a couple of thousand goats and a really big freaking trailer, and he'll load up 200-300 goats on the trailer, show up at your house, and strip that thing from as high as a man could reach all the way to the ground. There will not be a single grass blade left in a couple of hours, right? I don't care what you've got growing there. It doesn't matter. If they can't eat it, they'll tear it down. So the goat man here, and I think his name is Ernest something. Like he's
Ernest P. World.
No, it's not that. Ernest T. Bass. No, he's a fairly straight kid, but at some point in time, when his son started taking over the goats thing, he moved back into his mama's house. That is like this old slave shotgun shack back in the woods over there. And he took a handful of goats with him. And everybody just thought he was going to go out there and die, right? So year goes by, and the goat man shows up in town with his entire herd of goats. Now that's a 12-mile drive with the goats walking. And he's probably got 1,000 of the damn things, right? Homeboy had gotten a hold to a handful of bicycle parts and the seat out of the back seat out of a VW Beetle and a handful of other things and put together a rickshaw that was pulled by 4 goats. And he would occasionally come to town to buy groceries. 24-mile round trip with every single goat he owned. Now, imagine my shock as a child whenever I get to town and open the door and I'm at the Piggly Wiggly and there's nowhere to park because the entire parking lot's covered in goats. There's goats, neighbors, goats across the street. The rose bushes are trashed. The fucking monkey grass is gone. They strip everything. And here's the really fucked up part. This only happened about every 3 weeks or so, right? You could see the path that he took from his house, where he came out of the woods, all the way down the highway to Piggly Wiggly.
Clear as fuck, right?
No, bright fucking green, because after them goats come through and ate every blade of grass that was there, they pooped every blade of grass they ate
all over it. Yeah.
And then on the way back did the same thing again. And after that happened for a few weeks, we called it the Emerald Highway because it was absolutely always unbelievably lush. If it rained in the last 4 days, it was gorgeous.
For my Steam panelists, I'd like you guys to meet Rach. This woman
Hey,
is pretty
everybody.
badass. How you doing, love?
Hello.
Hey, Rach.
I'm all right. Still arguing, still cussing people out, still tearing people a new arsehole. You know, just being me. Still breathing, still pissing people off. I make damn sure I get up every fucking morning just because I know it irks people off.
Oh
Atta
my
girl.
god.
Yes,
She
that's
reminds me of watching the BBC over in England. Oh my god.
Oh, don't watch that. That's Pedo City, that. You don't watch
Well, I was
nothing
there
like
from
that.
87 to 90, so
Yeah,
It's
she's there
pedo
that
now.
was back in the day.
That's Pedo City. That's Pedo City. That's where Jimmy
Oh,
Savile
really?
lives. Yeah. The BBC are
Holy
corrupt. They're
Well, he
corrupt. to
doesn't
fuck.
live anymore for one point.
No, he doesn't, and he's in an unmarked grave as well because his family went in after they found out, after he passed away, they found out what he did. It all came out, and they went in the dead of night. No newspapers or anything there reporting or whatever. Took his headstone away, smashed it a bit so nobody could ever get their hands on it, and he lies in an unmarked grave.
Yep, he sure does.
Yeah.
Yeah. And his house that he had up in Scotland, that was trashed and everything. It's been demoed now. It's gone.
So
That's what's savage fuckery.
I got a question for you. Have you heard about the huge breakdown just because I've got it. I'm so dying to hear your input. Have you heard about the freaking panel versus the Crucible bullshit that's been taking place?
Just bits and pieces. But I've already had a conversation with what do you call him before anyway? Andrew Wilson. I've already had a conversation with him and I stood my ground. We both, had a thingy. We both said at the end of it, no hard feelings or anything like that. Actually, I will laugh about it. I get shit about it all the time, but I don't give a shit. No fucks given here.
It's been wild. I already told him.
am utterly astounded at the level of sensitivity that a person who preaches strong manhood can exhibit.
Thank you, sir.
Well, I did get Andrew Wilson in his own words to turn around and say I was a strong woman. Didn't need no prompting. Didn't say anything to him. He was the one that said it. But it wasn't me that he came on. It wasn't my panel that he came on. It was somebody else's panel because we had a runner. We had him on that, drops the grenades and then runs. And they ran off the panel when he came on. And then he was, go back a little bit back and forth, well, if you can call it back and forth with the panel host. And she's just sitting there like it's like, well, are you going to argue about it? And then he asks her questions and she's going, well, Rach, that. And it's like, well, can you not answer for yourself? Can you actually do anything? Can you actually wipe your own fucking arse? Or do you need somebody to wipe that for you?
Some of them need help. What can you say?
He tries to compare Sarah's friends to fleas on a donkey's ass, but sir, you do not call out your entire fucking shot squad for fleas.
No.
Yep.
If you don't scream that it doesn't matter unless it does, and you don't spend hours of your day trying to ruin a woman who merely laughed, probably at you, although I'm certain it wasn't. She was just participating in the stream, and you got your little fifis hurt there, sir. So sit back, smoke a cigarette, and think about what brought you to this point in your life.
The thing is, go ahead, Rach.
No, I wasn't. I think it was Tootie.
Oh no, I was just preacher.
Gotcha. I think that's been the hard part, though, is that it's like really extended down to a lot of people who follow him. And
I mean, does any of this shit really matter? Does it really, really matter in the grand scheme of things?
It does
everything that's going on in the world, does it really fucking matter?
It does with vindictive people.
It doesn't. It doesn't really matter. Guess what? I don't give a fuck what people think of me. Right? I get called a bitch and everything. Guess what? I've got bitch tattooed on his twice. Tell us something I don't already know about myself. Okay. Right?
Listen.
So it's like, does it really matter
to you, but it matters to Sarah. Sarah is a friend of mine. She's always dealt me straight. I've never seen her go sideways at anybody. And having this happen the way it has happened is not just very
really
annoying.
To send yes. I mean, is it enough to affect you that much that you've got to send other people out to get these people? I mean, really, scheme of things. Do you know what I mean? That's what I meant by it. Just
and that's
let it go. Let it go. It's not that deep. From what I've seen, the little bits back and forth, right? Obviously, I haven't gone right into it like you have. You have been around it a lot more than me. But what I have picked up is
I'm in the middle of it.
With arguing over. It really isn't. It's petty fucking bullshit.
Yes. Yes.
That's what it is. And in the grand scheme of things, what's going on in this fucking world is more thingy than fucking arguing over who's laughing and who's not fucking laughing. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit what people call me? I don't give a fuck. Right? I'm a bit like Marmite. You either love us or you fucking hate us. I don't give a flying fuck either way. I don't live my life for other people. I live my life for me. And things are too short.
Hey, Cynthia, welcome in.
Hey, Cynthia, love.
Hey, Cynthia.
Too short for petty bullshit like this. It is. It's too short. You
It
just
is.
never know what's around the fucking corner. You never know.
There's another layer to this that most people don't really consider. I'm sure there was some financial things happening behind the scenes that nobody's talked about. And Tomato is doing the whole stream thing for a single reason. She enjoys it, true, but she has a sick kid. And if it wasn't for the streaming paying off, she'd have to have a job like a normal person, right? And that is why I get so I don't know if I've become triggered. That's the reason I'm
Defensive.
upset with the whole situation, is because and this is not Andrew taking a shot at someone who got out of place or out of the way. This is Andrew attempting to destroy this woman's ability to make money online.
I didn't realize that about her kid. Oh my
You know,
goodness.
it's not exactly public information, and I'm not going to discuss what is wrong with her child, but there is more to it. The way I see it, and I might be completely wrong on this, and she can correct it if she comes across this, and I'll accept her correction. But Andrew helping her do the things she needs to do for her kid, and then withdrawing that help because of a giggle, because of a panel disagreement, is essentially he was using that money to hold her hostage inside a paradigm that she obviously didn't fit into and was not truly invited into. Because if they were friends like Rob Noor and Andrew are, Rob Noor can go on a panel and fucking talk all the mad shit he wants to. Nobody says a word. This chick does three things. Rob Noor tried to pull flex on her and make her put down other people so he could get his say out on a trash fire panel. She calls it a trash fire for a reason. There's no controlling it. And two, well, he did that twice actually. And then she came on a panel and had a good giggle about some stuff and was having fun. And they got upset because what they were giggling at was us poking fun at Rob. Rob pitched a hissy fit and tried to do a flame war. And instead of Sarah responding to the flame war, it turned into dust everybody else. I mean, pretty much people who know Sarah, who have had an opportunity. I've been in a situation where she could have screwed me over and there wasn't a damn thing I could have done about it. And talking about it would have made me look like an idiot. And she didn't. She chose not to. She acknowledged that it was a possibility. Like, why would you trust me with that? And then just moved on. So I don't know Andrew that well, but I don't assume that you get to the head of a full-blown cult without, burning a few bridges along the way.
Yeah.
I think that was one of the best clarifications that we've heard yet for everything. Thank you.
Rob got his feelings hurt.
Cried
back to Andrew. Andrew called. I'm guessing. I have no evidence. I don't know. I'm just thinking it through in a logical fashion of how things would take place. Rob calls somebody. Somebody calls Andrew. Andrew calls Rob. Hey, what's going on? Rob gives his very filtered version of what's taken place. Andrew gets offended by the filtered version that Rob fed him. He goes and looks at the videos himself, decides there's something to act on here, takes action, and it is so far over the top as an exhibition to other people who follow him. What happens when you step out of line? I don't believe Sarah thought she had stepped out of line. I don't believe she intended to. I think she was just sitting around having a good time, getting a good guffaw on, and it just happened to swing in that direction because Andrew's a regular feature of the channel, and that's how you advertise. And Andrew didn't like the advertisement, and so he pulls all the funding, pulls all the subscribers, pulls a big fucking bitchy, whiny baby expose, and now he's got to sit around and pick up the pieces. But he doesn't see it that way because he's got his whole cult following behind him that are also carrying water for him, and he doesn't have to answer for it directly.
I want to point out, so last night Marte was running a stream where he was covering that whole thing with Paige. By the way, she came at me hard this morning And I offered her peace, and she said, "No, bitch." She took it as weakness and told me to pretty much, be ready. But I tried to explain to Marte last night the whole thing about, if you fuck with the panel verse, you got to kind of expect this kind of thing to happen. I was trying to say is like, look, the way as a woman, what I hear her saying
Okay.
is when you come into the space and you poke people, this is the kind of in place where they're gonna razz you back.
Is
They're
there
gonna
any way I can get Andrew Wilson to go talk to Snafu Snaps for 5 minutes?
I don't know.
No wonder I'm not online as much. It's
And
all this bullshit. We've got it on the English side, and it's fucking toxic over there. It is really toxic on the English side because unlike this side of things, where you have all your different sectors, like the beef sector, the true crime, and all that, we don't. It's just the English side, and everybody's mixed in together, and it's toxic. It's really.
The
see what
thing is, they haze one another. And that's the thing, especially when you're new to the circle, and you start coming in and you're
Yeah.
awkward. That just makes them want to break you in fast sooner, and harder, I guess. That's the way I see it.
You see, I was finding it was just the same shit, different people, different day. It was the same kind of bullshit that was going on. And that's why I don't come online as much now because of the stupid, petty fucking bullshit that doesn't need to be happening. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, I didn't know the full extent. I've seen little bits of it, little clips of what was going on back and forth, but I didn't know to the full extent.
Are we friends on Discord?
You know what got me actually involved in this trash? I did not know about any of this stuff going on. I do production work for Dusty. I come
Yeah.
up, we're having a talk. He's going over the Rob Noor thing. Where he's basically just railing about Dusty, this, that, and the other, and they were reviewing some stream they did previously, and in it, at the very beginning of the stream, Rob shows a short and he just challenging Dusty about this, that, and the third, whatever it was. I don't remember. I don't really care either. Something to do with violence only comes from the left or something like that. Then Dusty comes up and they're actually having the conversation, actively trying to get to the bottom of exactly what the discussion is about. And he said something about it. Dusty was like, something like that. And Rob brought up a short and was like, so when I play this short, this is a short you're talking about, right? He's like, I guess. It's going to say what you say it's going to say. It's like something like that, right? But Rob wouldn't accept none of that stuff. And he shows a totally different short. And you can tell Dusty's confused. He looks a little flabbergasted because it seems like that short was way different than he remembered, right? Because he remembered the original short. And so Rob did a bait and switch to get the clips he wanted to get on Dusty. And that's the only question I have, because
That's a trick he learned from his master.
Whether or not any of this other stuff is derived from a top down or a bottom up or a grassroots or however it came about, I think the answer might be found in why Rob swapped shorts. Because that's where Rob and Dusty really got off on a little hate filled. I don't think Dusty hates anyone, but he thinks this is hilarious, and I think it's hilarious because how much of a pre-buttered baby back bitch do you have to be to take offense from a channel on the internet? To be so offended that you call daddy and get them to pull out all the big guns. And then you got Speakeasy and poor Grid 1 sitting over there going, I think you're all fucking nuts. And I'm with him.
Offense was taken, not given.
Yes, you are correct.
The Crucible, they only see it that way. It's either you with us or you're against us. That's it. So if Marte, I think his name is the trainer,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be very surprised if he doesn't talk to you anymore, Beth. That's how they go, because it's
I
like you're either
understand
with
that.
us or against us.
I understand that. I'm prepared for that. I'm hoping to keep some open dialogue with someone where it's like, look, that's why I tried really hard to articulate what I'm thinking and where my stance is, because this isn't like the bottom line is I don't even know all the details, so I don't belong getting into the whole mess of and all right. But then when it comes down to the next level, I mean, no adult belongs telling another adult, friend or foe or whatever, who they can and can't hang out with and where they should or shouldn't go. I mean, come on. We're
I know.
fucking adults, and
But
your enemies do not have to be my enemies, and my enemies, I would never ask for them to be yours. That's just, I don't need somebody to hold my hand through daily life.
Well, it's
So,
like it's like I said earlier. I'm still new to all this, and I reiterate what I said at the beginning of the show. You, Tootie, Agripolis, Caucasian, Mike. I've been in panels with all of y'all, and I have nothing but love and respect for y'all. If y'all fuck up and we're friends, I'm going to confront you about it, and I'm going to talk to you about it. But at the same time, I'm not going to put you on blast for the entire world to see. I'm going to pull you aside or message you privately and say, "Hey, man, you kind of said some shit that I didn't like that about me. Can we not do that next time that we interact with each other?" Like that's how it.
there, sir. If I say it publicly, you might be able to save some time by not sending that message privately, because I probably meant it, and you're not going to like the response.
guys,
Well, yeah, no,
I
that's fine.
unfortunately have to wrap this up. So if we want to go through and give final thoughts, I hate to do it. I gotta run. I gotta get to the res, and then I need to come home and sleep. And Arctic Timberwolf. What I'm saying is, like, look at it this way, okay? If in my divorce, how shitty would it have been for me to sit there and go to our mutual friends and be like, "You need to pick a side."
I've
That's
had
what
that happen to me.
I mean,
That's actually not that unreasonable.
So I've actually had that happen to me recently.
My ex-wife started rumors that I raped and destroyed everybody and destroyed her and physically hurt her. I
I
said the
didn't
G
do
went on
that.
there.
I didn't do
Yeah,
that
no,
because, I mean, those people are good people. But if everyone can real quick, because I really got to run. I'm way far behind.
I say you just do the solo thing and tell everybody goodbye.
Okay, well, that
Well, we'll
works.
end this with a fuck you and have a nice day. Goodbye.
Fuck you
See
too.
ya.
I love you. Bye. Mwah.
Bye, you guys.
she's not my
Guys,
favorite on the panel.
she's awesome. Have a good one, guys. We'll see you all later.
Y'all be
Peace out,
peace,
bitches.
love, and chicken grease.